Coming at you live from deep within enemy territory in the heart of the north of Great Britain, also known as Scotland. We are live, myself and Reese, for one of the most important games of Division 1 of the Irish Dota League 2026. Reese, are we excited to see the giants of Wong's Bakery face the titans of 2Sams2S, making them both look normal size
We are.
comparatively?
We are. Both Samuels actually are very giant.
Mm.
One in height, one in width. I'll let you figure out which one's which.
And both in ego.
Yeah.
So let's see how this game goes. On paper so far, these two teams coming into this tournament, we have some really strong contenders in Division 1 this year. We have Business Mises, we have the Rosa Stack, but I gotta say, these are two teams of players who know each other a lot better than these other teams. They're not just a put together stack, and I'm interested to see what they can do up against each other. Obviously, Wong's an old favorite, a team that have played together for quite some time. It's worth knowing tonight we have Mr. Avoxo going to be playing in pause 4 for Wong's Bakery. 2Sams2S, also a team with a lot of experience, but not necessarily with each other. Solar Crest and Maeve Wiley played together on a previous version of June's, and I believe Corey and Fish have a lot of experience together, right?
I don't know if they've ever played on a team together, actually.
Oh.
Fish is still relatively new to, as a UK Dota. He's played in 2 Kobolds now. This will be his second IDL season. Other than that, he's played Get Good League as well, so maybe he's not a newbie. He's sort of getting in there, but I don't think Corey's ever played on a team with him.
Going to have to see how they balance up in this game. Looking at these opening bans, the obvious Timber ban, the Shirk specialty hero is taken out of the pool straight away, alongside the Drown, the Snap. The Snap is obviously just a classic right now, right?
Yeah, so Avoxo plays it, and also it's just very strong. I think Wongs probably saved 2Samuels from banning the tree. I'm positive this tree here will never get through first phase. Wow. That's bold.
Yeah, the Shadow Fiend ripped straight out. Now, Maeve Wiley is playing mid for 2Sams2S. We don't see the Shadow Fiend that often in mid anymore, right? It's mostly we're seeing it in the 1 at present, or are we seeing it more mid?
More 1.
More
sure.
1.
Yeah, more 1.
So we're going to assume this is Fish in the SF?
Yes, this will be a Fish hero. I don't know Maeve Wiley's entire hero pool. From what I remember, it seemed to be sort of spirit type heroes. Fish, he is the kind of person who will just say first pick me, my safe lane. He'll have like the previous patch has been Tiny, it's been Monkey King, Nature's Prophet when that was strong. So he's just saying, guys, pick me Shadow Fiend. Solar Crest is probably going to be looking for the Tusk, I would expect. So we're probably going to see either a first pick Tusk now for Wongs or the ban out of Tusk. There are plenty of other heroes that you can play with it though.
First pick for the side of Wong's Bakery, it is going to be the absolute specialty of Avoxo coming in here. Although I know Lunatic has been playing this, and he has been playing the 5 sometimes this Wong's Bakery lineup, but Ringmaster on Avoxo is just terrifying. Like, I saw what this guy did in Cobalt a few days ago. He is such a menace. You were mentioning as well those Maeve Wiley mids. Having watched 2Sam2S's last game, the Storm Spirit that Maeve Wiley pulled out in that game was absolutely exceptional. And bringing in something like this Ringmaster to be able to get those saves from a distance is going to be quite critical against a hero like Storm.
It is. Also, Ringmaster is pretty good against Tusk, so they might be opting now to say, you know what, guys? Pick the Tusk. Obviously, you've got the save for, if they snowball. But there's the other one where if you snowball your carry and you try and save your carry, the Ringmaster just sets up the ring and just waits for you to appear at the snowball and then just whips you and you're both dead.
Next ban for 2Sams2S is the Axe. Not a hero we see too commonly on Shirks, but one that he has played a lot in previous seasons. Not so much of late, so interesting to see it banned out. In his previous series, from what I remember, Shirks showed quite a lot of promise on the Darkseer. I'd be interested to see if you could pull out the Darkseer Ringmaster. The combination of that ult with the wall, with the vacuum is so sexy if you can get it off.
I just don't think you can pick Darkseer into an SF lane.
Yeah,
like,
true.
If you ever shell anything, he just double raises the creep and it's just gone. Axe probably is just more a meta thing than a Shirk special thing. Axe is, I would want to say, probably the strongest 3 right now. If not top 3, for sure. It's very easy to just lane skip. You can go jungle, like you can recover. Whereas Darkseer, obviously, you kind of want your lane to win. And also with a ranged 4, if we're assuming this is Ringmaster 4, it could still be 5. you probably don't want Darkseer.
What do you think is the 3 that 2Sams2S are thinking through right now? I mean, obviously, if they are left the Tusk here, they're definitely taking the Tusk first, but they have that follow-up pick also. I think it's most likely they pick their 3 rather than their 5 here, knowing how this team generally work.
Yeah, I'm not sold on the fact they'll pick Tusk anymore with the Ringmaster. Maybe with Solar Crest, high ego, he's going to be like, yeah, fuck it, just give me Tusk anyway. With the 3... I mean, it's Corey's specialties, right? They've banned Beastmaster. They've now banned Lycan out. They early picked the Ember.
Yeah, a very early Ember pick here. I mean, it's obviously something that we've seen Nagy play pretty much for as long as I've been casting Wong's Bakery. And I've been casting Wong's Bakery for close to 5 years. And I would say this is the single hero I've seen Nagy on the most. Next pick of 2Sams, an immediate response to the Ember Spirit. We're going to see the Night Stalker, and you're right, Ego Mode Solar Crest says, give it to me anyway.
Tusk. It could still be a Cryzon Tusk. He has played a little bit of it. I would more expect Cryzon to be on some kind of Hoodwink, maybe. Hoodwink's banned, so he's not going to be on the Hoodwink. Generally, he's got a very similar hero pool to me, like I said. So just pest heroes, really.
A Willow, potentially? Think of the hero pool?
Willow kind of sucks as a 4 right now. There needs to be a good reason for it. It is quite good into Ember. It's probably not good enough to pick. Night Stalker Willow lane just doesn't sound very strong.
True.
And wow, you know what? I am surprised.
They call me Nostradamus, Reese. That's all I can say. I know the inner workings of this team. I've watched them thousands of times. They don't care what they're up against. The whole philosophy of Wong's drafts, in my experience, they're going to hate whenever I say something like this. They hate it. But it's just true. Sorry, Auntie, who is cringing definitely in the Ops booth tonight. They like executable drafts. By which I mean they care less about lanes than they do about having a draft where they know when they need to hit their timing and when they need to group. Darkseer is just a hero that enables that. It's a ready-made team fight in a box. Historically, that's what I find Wongs like to pick.
I think they're just signing up for a bad offlane, though, unless they're convinced this SF's mid, which I don't think so, because you wouldn't pick Ember into it necessarily. So it is a 5 Ringmaster then.
Yeah, that is the Avoxo Enchantress.
Unless they're putting Avoxo 5. Obviously, Moth's played quite a lot of 4, so maybe their roles are kind of interchangeable. Avoxo doesn't have a huge 4 hero pool, so maybe they just figured that Enchantress is better against this Night Stalker.
I just find it interesting that you picked the Ench this deep into the draft. You know, historically, you either pick it straight away to force away picks like that Beastmaster, or you pick it later as a counter to it. The fact that the offlane has shown, and they're still going for the Ench, especially if it's in that 4, it's against the Shadow Fiend, which can chunk it down without right-clicking.
I think it's going to be an Ench 5.
Yeah.
Is my logic. And then I'm guessing later on, if you're just thinking of the untouchable, like Tusk, the punch is coming slowly. Night Stalker can't really jump you. SF does get enough attack speed where he can probably kill you, but not quickly.
Also a natural Silver Edge builder, right?
On SF?
Could be.
Yes. Yeah. And there's the Puck response to the Ember. I'm quite surprised that they waited to 18 pick this Puck. They saw the mid matchup already. They probably could have 18 picked the off lane is what I would have expected. It's just Puck Ember. It's quite a skill-based matchup. I don't know. It always flips between Puck and Ember. I think Ember is favored slightly, and then when Puck gets 6 with the support rotation, Ember should die. But it's a very high ego matchup.
I'm very glad to see 2Sams. They're taking out the Lone Druid. I think that was a hero that I was immediately thinking of being one of Wong's back pocket picks that really could have done a number on the tempo that this lineup that 2Sams2S want to be bringing out. So very good bans actually here from Solar Crest. I'm surprised by his drafting prowess. I have to be nice to him because I am going to his home tomorrow for the next 3 days.
This won't be him.
You don't think so?
He's just the button clicker. You know, he's the machine operator. The real brains is sat in the office. You know, the Cryzon's sat back there. Fish might have an input. Fish is probably saying, I don't want to play against these heroes as a carry. Also, obviously, Night Stalker against Ursa and Lone Druid. Night Stalker just wouldn't have a lane.
They're all just having a business meeting, and Corey's in the corner putting pencils up his nose, seeing which one he can fit further, right?
Yeah, he actually never got his pen license in school. He was never allowed to write with a pen. It was always crayons. It's weird. He went to a special school, you know.
Did he?
Special school, yeah.
Is that where he learned the ability to puke and fart at the same time? He showed a very special video before this game.
So what's weird is Corey can speak Mandarin, but ask him to count past 10 and he can't do it. So he's a special boy.
When I hear about a lot of electrical fires in Bath, we'll know where they came from. And speaking of electrical fire, disaster, 15 seconds left in this pick. They need to start thinking it through soon. It's most likely, we think, going to be the 5 or the 4 pick. You're leaning towards it being the 4. I think Tusk is just going to be solar either way. To be honest, I just know this guy. And it's going to be a clock in that final position.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Clockwork got through to 23 pick, to be honest. It probably does well. It does well into both Ringmaster and Enchantress. You can actually push Ring out of the box. If you're good enough with Clockwork, he boxes himself. You hit him with 2 cogs, and you actually push him far enough that he goes out of his escape act.
Koro Naga is the final pick. This was one that we saw in the most recent LAN. Koro pull out of the bag. It's also one that he played a lot 2-3 years ago. Then the hero fell out of kind of fashion for a while. It's interesting to see him back on it. 2 teams with very different ideas of where they want this game to go. 2Sams2S hoping for an earlier victory, where it seems like Wongs want to play passive, want to scale.
Yeah, they've almost gone for like a TI1 style draft on Wongs. They've got the Naga Darkseer combo where they've got the Song into Vacuum. So if they pull that off, it would be incredible. I'm not sure that Naga is necessarily the pick that they think it is. If Corey has a good time, which he probably shouldn't, like later on, getting on top of this Naga Siren, it's going to be really hard for him to deal with. That being said, though, if they ever get on top of this SF, he could maybe just die. It depends how well Kryzen sort of zones out the other heroes, I think.
I hate to say it, but we are at the end of the draft, which means it is time to neck our buzzballs, Mr. Reese.
It is.
As much as we can. We're not that experienced, but we do our best.
Very cherry limeade and...
World Cup flavor. Me llamo Lionel Messi.
I love this.
Blah. Not bad. You can do this. I believe in you, Reese. You are powerful. You are strong. You almost did it. You almost did. See? Not bad.
God, that is vile.
They are quite vile. They're not supposed to be enjoyed all at once. Kryzen is going to be on the clockwork. Solar Crest going on to the Tusk. So it is going to be that 5 clock that we see coming out here. They can do that lane. The clock Shadow Fiend's quite nice, right?
I don't think it's clock Shadow Fiend. I think it's Shadow Fiend Tusk. Kryzen being the 4.
Oh, sorry. Crest is 5 on this team. My apologies. Yeah, that makes sense. Just rotating tower. That makes sense. Who are we hoping for out of this draft? Who do we think has the better draft?
I think 2Sams2S. He's got it. I think it really depends now on how well this Naga plays. If this Naga somehow gets like 2-3k ahead of the SF, she probably wins. I think if this SF keeps up, it's going to be really hard. And again, it's this ego mid matchup. If this Ember gets shit all, it's just going to be game over, I think. But if he does destroy this Puck's going to do the same thing. It's going to be really dependent on the rune rotations, probably. So you've got the Enchantress creep that can come deny it. Obviously, Ringmaster has quite a long range spell, but you've also got the Clockwork. And if I know anything about Kryzen, he is a pest.
We're going to have to wait and see, folks. A reminder, this is a series between the side of Wong's Bakery, 2Sams2S Irish Dota League season, I believe 7, 2026, Division 1. Take you through this game, myself, Runnintel, my wonderful co-caster and host for the evening, Reese, and on the obs, as always, big love in the chat. Let's hear it for Mr. Anti-Extreme. Let's get straight into this game. This will be a best of 2 series. We are still in the league phases right now, which means no elimination tonight, but both these teams coming into this game, seeing some of the other higher MMR teams definitely wanting to win here. They test out for the ward there using the support and do manage to walk away from that one. If you just give me 1 second, Reese, can you take control for a bit while I make sure the fog is correct?
Yes, I was just getting the chat up. I didn't realize that we were gonna. There we go. There's the broadcaster. Perfect. Oh, look at that. We came straight up. I can see myself on the.
I know. We're so cute and so demure.
We're gonna have to kiss soon, you know.
Listen, we only kiss if Solar Crest gets godlike. I think that's the agreement.
Deal.
You heard it here first, folks. It will happen if Solar Crest gets caught. If they start feeding him kills now, I swear to fucking God. Agent of Oxo is not allowed to try and make this happen. But let's get a look into this mid matchup. So we have Maeve Wiley up against Anti. So Maeve Wiley in the most recent series had to go 1-on-1 mid against what is, I believe, the highest MR player in this entire tournament, that being Rosa. And really did put in a really, really solid performance. So I'm interested to see what he can do this game.
So Lunatic is playing the 4 here. Oh, we've got... Thank you. Well done. Lunatic's actually playing the 4 like we predicted, I think.
Yeah.
Potentially, we did say that there might be a switch. I know they were previously going to play with Damage. I don't know if he's a 4 or 5. Maybe Wiley's dropping low.
Damage historically is a 4 player.
Okay. Would you like to hear what the chat's been saying since we've
started? Okay. Let's hear some of the nice words I'm sure they have. Right, first game back this season.
Take socks off.
Listen.
Let's play a game. Who do you think said that?
Take socks off sounds like a Blinks comment.
Ooh, what do you think Punjabi's going to say when you thought he was Blinks?
They are very similar in their chat style. Extremely similar.
We've got pouches spotted. I think that might be referring to your Zins.
I'm going to say that is coming from... Was Corey watching the draft?
No. We've got shout out to that capybara.
That sounds like a No Leaves comment.
That's my roommate.
That's your roommate. Ah.
Yeah. They're sitting really close together, actually.
Oh, we can go way closer, guys.
That was actually from our own Voxo.
Oh, wow. Hang on. Go here now. Onto Lunatic, taking a lot of damage here from the right clicks and the raises. Solar Crest gets off the blow grenade on top of him as well. Right clicks pummeling down in from the Shadow Fiend, but he does manage to walk away from that one. But a lot of resources used. Meanwhile, Voxo trying to pressure out this Clockwork, but takes a lot of HP damage in order to do so. And is taking even more now, tanking up these creeps. Out come the Cogs. Push back there with the first one. Will he get the second hit here on Chryson? He doesn't. And now the Clock is kind of playing a little bit of a dangerous game where these right clicks coming out from the stolen creep actually is what ends up staining a Voxo for the moment at least. A good trade between them, and as a Voxo, you're always happy to do that because you have those nature's attendants to keep yourself back up. Meanwhile, looking into this mid lane, we saw some early signs of doubt coming out back into the bot lane. In terms of the Puck being pressured by the Ember Spirit, but now seems like he's kind of coming back into this, having a bit more of a game of his own, and the creep is still chasing down this poor Clockwork.
Yeah, I'm wondering why Kryze is going so far, to be honest. The lane creep won't do that much to him. Maybe, yeah, like he's just like kind of walking back now. Level 3 is sort of where Clockwork becomes a real menace. Like, that's where the mana drain becomes an issue. And if you can get this mana off the Ench, then they can probably start going on him. Until then, it's really difficult.
Most definitely. And now we see as Maeve Wiley starts to get levels, this Nagi matchup starts looking harder and harder. Dodge out there on that Sleight of Fist. They're almost even in the mid matchup. All lanes looking fairly even right now, except for Corey, who at 9-3 is really struggling here on this Night Stalker. Cogs thrown there to Voxo. Double catch there from the Clockwork. But as you said, the level 3 yet to be secured. So not doing too much damage or mana burn with those. And so far, looking pretty good for the side of Wongs in terms of how their lanes are going, except for, it's got to be said, this Shadow Fiend, who is having a pretty free game.
Yeah, I really don't see any way for them to pressure Shadow Fiend in this. Like, they really have to outplay him. Shirks is he stuck? No, he got out. This is basically going to be his laning stage for the next 5 minutes.
He's in trouble now, though. He's already used the Surge. Catch up with both of them here using that big old snowball. And that is enough. Fish drops off the raise and gets that first blood onto the Darkseer. Meanwhile, though, rotation comes in from Lunatic. Catches out Maeve Wiley on the Puck. So they do get the first blood, but the bigger kill coming onto the side of Wong's Bakery.
That's really big, actually. I don't think Puck would have been expecting that. I think Lunatic probably knows here that the top lane is not a lost cause necessarily, but there's only so much he's going to be able to do, right? Like, Shirks is trying to wave skip. He kind of has free reign to go wherever he wants. I expect him to probably make some early rotations bot as well. It is about to be nighttime, though, so Night Stalker is about to become a hero and not a creep.
He has caught up considerably on the CS since we last spoke as well. Now sitting at 17-2, pretty much drawing with Shirks in terms of how he is currently doing. That is the nighttime now, though. This is the time which Corey wants to start putting on this pressure, and Voxo could be in some trouble here. In is the clockwork. They're trying to catch him out here. They don't connect quite with the cogs, but the double hit there from Kryson. Expertly done. One more right click. Down goes Voxo. Corey getting a really important kill, and the courier with his boots. Ooh,
that feels bad. You know Voxo's raging it. You know what, actually, I asked Anti this question when I last casted with Wongs. Camkey out, Voxo in, upgrade or downgrade?
Honestly, I think that Camkey is so critical to Wongs as a team. It's not that I think Voxo is the more skilled player, but I think that Camkey brings a positivity that their team needs.
He was very PMA.
He's a nice dude.
Yeah.
He keeps it positive. Like, even between series, when you'd see, like, the rest of them doomer mode over a loss, like, Alex would be the one dude who's smiling. But look at this. Great play again, this mid lane coming out from Lunatic. He is going to die for this one most likely, but Nagy's here now. Does drop off the coil to guarantee that kill there onto Lunatic. But Lunatic stealing that DD rune is essentially saving Nagy here. Nagy now able to put a lot of pressure out onto Solarcrest. In comes the clockwork. Double jump through. Nice use there. The wand now. Is he out of remnants here on this big ol' Ember? He might just be. The cogs push back Kryson on this clockwork. Looking so good right now. Holy moly. Every single cogs is hitting. Definitely my player of the game so far.
Yeah, it's really weird. I think Nagi just kind of overplayed. Like, you saw he had 2 remnants. Like, he could have got out at any point. And I think maybe he overestimated the damage he had. But yeah, this is the clockwork. I think he will only have level 2 cog still, but you saw it there. It does so much damage. It does so much mana drain. Even after post-nerf, it's ridiculous with the cooldown. We are seeing, though, Fish now is just getting away with this game. I said it in draft, like, there's no way that this Darkseer stops this SF from farming. Fish, obviously, very good friends with Simon as well, so we actually saw Fish gain a lot of MMR quite recently. He did drop again. He dropped, I want to say 400 maybe. He had a bit of an L streak, but he did climb up very quickly. He was spamming Bristleback, if you didn't know. He was playing Bristleback carry.
That's an interesting one for this team because that's something we've seen Corey play quite a lot before. So it could be an interesting flex pick that they develop as this league continues.
It could be. I know Corey said the other day Bristleback is not in a pickable position, and if that hero was pickable, he wouldn't be playing Night Stalker right now. He'd be on the Bristleback. I'm really interested to see how this Naga does. I haven't seen much Naga. This Naga hero is one of the ones that when you queue up in ranked and you see your teammates pick it, you just kind of have to sigh a little. You know that you're in for a ride. You're not going to enjoy it. It's either going to be a 1v9, you win the game, or you've got a melee creep on the team.
Go in now onto a Voxo. He's caught out once again. Kryson getting both hits there with the use there of that cogs. Follow-up coming in as well from Corey. Corey blasting with the magic damage. Maeve Wiley is able to get the last hit there on the puck. Now a killing spree on this puck. Let me switch over to our networks as the lanes finish up, and Reese is going to cover for me while I scutter across his floor.
Now, we just saw a Voxo die here. Never mind. We're watching the Night Stalker go in on the Ember Spirit. He's boxed up. He's whipped up. They're still chasing, though. This Ringmaster is trying his best to keep Ember alive, and it does succeed, I think. Oh, no, they're still after him. The puck still gets him. Night Stalker puck. You just can't escape it.
See, this play-by-play stuff's not easy, is it, huh? You gotta be very quick.
Really
Go here now onto Lunatic. They have Kryson here with the clockwork. Follow-up as well coming in from Maeve Wiley on this puck, doing what he can to try pressure out of Voxo. On all sides is threatened, but stands resolute in the middle, but less resolute is Lunatic. Great use there of the Tame of the Beast to keep himself alive, at least for now. They do have a Remnant ready to come in, but they don't even need it. Solar Crest goes down. Now it's Kryson who's in some trouble, but Maeve Wiley is able to pick a Voxo at the back. Can he pick Lunatic as well? Yes, he can. Double kill for Maeve Wiley with a single kill for Nagy, but Nagy now putting the pressure out onto this puck. Puck does drop off that orb, starts to make a way out of this fight, and at the end of that one, it's a pretty even trade. I'd say slightly favoring the side of the 2Sams2S. But in the meantime, Shirks is able to farm up, and look at his net worth. It's not looking so bad, and Corey's is looking kunsel, as they'd say up here in Scotland.
Yeah. So Shirks does this quite a lot. So they often rotate to his lane quite a lot. And as a result, he doesn't rotate too early too much. They kind of give him like free reign probably for, what, 10 to 20 minutes, depending on the hero. He's gone away. He's got this Helm of Dom. He's kind of realized that he can't just creep skip. So why not get a creep to do it for him? He's bought this Helm of Dom. It's going to go cut waves. He's going to get farmed. And I think this SF Tusk lane maybe isn't as impactful as it should.
Mo coming in here for the side. Wong's Bakery. Fish is not hit by the wall there. Shurks misses the initial go. Uses that vacuum to cancel the ult. But Fish now fully aware of this movement. The initial go is just not quite there. Choosing the wall instead of the vacuum there is just a mistake. That means that they end up wasting a really important move. And in the meantime, looking at their mid lane, Nagi now a little bit isolated, closing in, still quite low level here on the clock, so not in full danger, but we do have no coil up on the puck either, so he can stand a little bit resolute here, can make sure that tower does not go down for now, but the pressure is coming down. In the meantime, Wongs do take that tier 1 in the top lane, and now it's time for a bit of a switcheroo. Coral in this bottom lane is going to start being pressured, but he has that Song of the Siren. You need perfect execution here, or this is simply not going to work. It shall be all my students, after having me as a teacher for 5 years, unemployable, not working if they don't get this perfect. But they're choosing instead to play this a little bit safe, staying behind the tower for now, not going out to Coral. Coral farming in a very safe position as to not be caught out. So neither of the attempted ganks on the pause ones there are successful in the least. Nothing ever happens.
Yeah, that was a lot of words for very zero gameplay, to be honest. And they're trying again.
Indeed they are.
I'll be surprised if he gets caught out by this, to be
If
honest.
it's nice play twice, nice use there of the fear, stops the go and it's playing. In goes Maeve Wiley with the teleport. Immediate kill here onto Lunatic. Can they get more? Shurks has already used that surge, but will have another one up in a second. So it is just going to be a rotation in exchange for Lunatic. Both teams probably fine with this. They would have liked to have gotten a kill there onto Fish, but okay, Sora, your Naga Siren is farming up. She's going to be building in towards those big farming items now. The Manta coming online soon, going to massively upgrade her ability to farm this lane. But one nice thing I'm seeing here from the Night Stalker is being able to use that Void. He's almost immediately able to one-shot those Naga illusions, which does mean he can actually keep pressuring this lane, whereas historically, off-laners struggle with that. But now, go here onto Corey. He is extremely dead here. Down he goes to Nagi. Nice rotation there. Coming out from Lunatic, is able to catch the San Lucian sensation himself.
It's just a bit of a misplay, really. I mean, it's daytime. He's behind a tier 1. He sees none of them on the map. It's just a bit of a weird go. But the go on top from Wongs as well, that felt kind of desperate, really. I think they've seen that Fish has got... I mean, obviously, they don't know he's got 7k net worth, but they're going to see his items, know he's farming well, and thinking, like, oh, shit, like, we need to do something. And it just felt a little bit too forced, I think. They don't... The thing is about this Wongs draft, they don't have like an easy execution, just stun. Like they've got a Naga net, they've got an Ember Root. Again, they've got the Ringmaster Whip that generally doesn't need setup, but obviously it's good to have setup. They don't just have a stun, they don't have a Clockwork that's going to hookshot in, they don't have a Snowball. It seems like maybe they're going to need to try and make up for that with items, whether they buy an Atos, buy a Yule, something like that, to help them set these kills up. I'm just going to go back real quick to the wall that Shurks did. Up here, actually, where Voxel is, right here. Shurks specifically said to me today, I beg you nice me, don't flame. I feel like he's leaving a lot on the table here. Like he's asking me not to flame and then he does shit like that. I'm sorry, Shurks, but you got to step up, man. You got to do better.
To be fair to the player who Buddy Talks referred to as Headish Plus, because he's taller and better at Dota. To be fair to him, it was me who flamed that time, not Reese. So you can direct your anger towards me. If any Shurks fans in the comment section want to come at me, I've had enough years of hatred where I can handle it. I couldn't once upon a time in my casting career, but at this point, well used to the slander.
One thing about that man is he's very easily rage baitable.
He is. He also, you should have seen there's a great content piece of the Irish Dota land. His ability to pronounce Irish names is unparalleledly bad.
0 out of 10 if I remember.
It was horrendous. Clearly, not many Irish names in the fine town that he resides in. Attempt to go now, looks like here onto Corey, maybe with the Voxel coming in through that twin gate. They have the Song of the Siren. They have the big Centaur creep as well. Enchant is using to Corey. Nice follow-up stun there as well. Very hard for him to survive here. It doesn't look like he's going to. His last few right clicks come out. He does manage to get away there. And now in with this clockwork. Great play there. Once again, Kreis in this game has been on point on this clock. Every single fight. Follow up with another one on those cogs throws. The go from Wongs turns into disaster as they lose the one hero they really don't want to right now, and they're hemorrhaging HP here. They're hemorrhaging resource. Nagi does kill off Kryson, but their backlines are crumbling with Lunatic on a sliver of HP. He unicycles into the wall. Holy moly, down he goes there on that big Ringmaster, and now in trouble. Jump in from the Tusk onto Nagi. Nagi taking serious damage here from this Solar Crest Tusk, and the follow-up as well from this puck. Going to pummel damage into Nagi, and Nagi's going to go down. So it's going to be a 3-4-1 at the end of that fight.
Yeah, just kind of getting outplayed on the map. That was kind of the slowest gank of all time from Wongs. Like, you see the Ench with the Centaur just slowly walking in, get the stun. Then there's the net, and then they start doing damage. And by then, I mean, the tier 1 bot is still up, the offlane tier 1. They can all TP in. Again, Kryzen was in perfect position. He stuns the Ench with the hook shot. He double cogs the Naga.
Shirk's in trouble here. Kryson here with the hook shot. Follow up as well with those cogs once again. I know I'm glazing this guy, but he's fucking good, man.
He's the highest in the lobby by quite a bit. He's 12k.
Okay, this makes sense. Yeah. I wasn't aware of this guy's skill, but he has played absolutely flawlessly this whole game.
When I said he's just me but better, like he is just better.
Indeed, you didn't say by how much, and now Avoxo in some trouble here. Nice use there, the fear coming out from Lunatic, trying to keep him alive for now, but now both of them could be in some trouble here as out comes the big Dream Coil from this puck. But Avoxo's healing so much, and he does have that urn applied to him, so he needs to be careful here. Maeve Wiley walks away there in the end on the puck, so they do decide on a disengage. Right now, we're looking at a 3k lead for the side of 2Sams2S at this 16-minute mark. We said they had the more tempo draft, but God, this Shadow Fiend is, in the words of Bernie Sanders, a Shadow Fiend that's too big to fall is too big to fail. I don't know how they take him out at this point. He's massive. Look at him.
He is still very gankable. I mean, if we can click his items in a sec, we can see.
Caster Curse. Caster Curse. Here comes the smoke.
Yeah, he's not got BKB, I think.
He spots him.
Do we have to click his items, or can we see Anti's item clicks? It's been Naga for a while, so I'm assuming we have to click.
We have to click them, but the mouse is all the way over there. We'll move it towards us for the next game, perhaps. Yeah, I think that would be a bright idea.
I think so.
But bottom lane, we do see a Voxo taken out here by Corey. Corey now on a killing spree. His net worth has gotten a lot better, and someone whose net worth has really fallen off is Nagi. On that Ember, 6.5k at 17 minutes.
Yeah, with this coil up, plus you.
Uh-oh.
Fish is trying for it.
I hear boss music. Here he goes. Fish is here. They've got Warriors. They pop him. There we go. Nagi's game goes from bad to worst. Missed hook shot there. Who is this 12k noob? Doesn't manage to land it there on the clockwork, but it is enough there at the end that Fish picks up 2 more kills and puts himself at 11k net worth. At what, 18 minutes? He's almost got 1k GPM.
It's farming very well. I mean, it all goes back to the lane though, right? I need to keep saying it. They picked this Darkseer into the SF. They knew it wasn't going to be a good lane. They saw the matchup. There are, there's not a lot you can pick to like destroy an SF, plus what you expect to be a Tusk. Darkseer is not the one. I mean, obviously you get the illusion later on. You don't really get much else from it. And Fish, I mean, he's not a bad carry player. Like, he's going to make the most of the lane that he's given.
Interesting choice here from the Naga Siren. If we look at the next item that he is building into, would you like to talk about that one a little bit?
Yeah, it's a tempo item, so he's got Manta. Naga doesn't tend to like building like an early Silver Edge or anything. Obviously, the BKB is kind of a waste. The other items you tend to see are Butterfly and probably Skadi, and Kryzen goes down. Was that? I assume they just got him in the jungle, yeah.
I think it was a get down, Mr. President moment. He was kind of standing between his pause one and where he thought they were.
Yeah, he'd never die for no reason, not my Kryzen.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Orchid is the other sort of the third choice of item that you can go for, and it's more of a tempo one. Coral probably realizes at the moment they're not killing anything. It goes back to that lockdown problem, right? By buying this Orchid and getting this Orchid, it means you can kill off these supports easily. You can catch a puck if he's not got a defensive item. Even the SF without BKB, you've got a chance to catch him. It's very tempo based though. As soon as they start getting dispels, it kind of falls off a lot.
Fish with the Shadow Blade coming in now. Blink Dart comes out from Corey, and another courier killed, and the follow-up is there from Fish. Immediately chops down a Voxo on this edge. I think we might be missing a pause fight game 2, and going from Solar Crest this time out onto Nagi. Great use there of the ultimate by Lunatic does stop Mr. Crest in his place, but now there's no ult for this fight. Throwing out so much damage here on the side of 2Sam2S. Both of these supports going down. They are forced to Song early, but Nagi still goes down through the Song. Shirks does manage to kill Fish in the back lines of this fight in the meantime, though. And now chaos breaking out across the fight. Corey is gotten very large. He is chasing that box, as he often does with nightclubs, but this time it actually works for once. He is successful in acquiring box, taking out Coral in his place. A 2-for-1, 2-for-2 exchange. And one you're probably happy with at the end of that fight if you are the side of 2Sam2S.
Just to clear up, it's specifically Pop World. It's not every club. Corey is a Pop World specialist.
Where is Pop World?
I'm sure some of the viewers will know. Corey definitely knows. They're sort of a chain of nightclubs. He's actually got VIP status in them.
Damn.
He's got platinum membership.
Is this an underage club? Is this what the joke is? I'm trying to figure this one out. And I think
they've been known to let some young people in. Yeah. You know how you got like the Nando's black cards or whatever, like the free.
Right.
He's actually got one of those like free entry cards for Pop World. He spent that much money in them. Yeah.
Does that come with like a discount at the SDI clinic at the weekend then?
Oh, they know him by first name. Yeah.
Yeah, this time it's down to Shirks, but they do have Chryson coming in the back here with the hook shots, but he's being chased down by 3 heroes, and they've caught out the Night Stalker as well, which is quite problematic. In comes that big old Ember Spirit to try pump out damage here onto Corey. Corey, though, seems like he is in trouble, to say the least, and they get a really important kill here on that pause 3. And they're not done yet. Chryson now in trouble. They have the reeling in the years to get him out of his own cogs. A really cool tech, actually. But in comes Mr. Maeve Wiley to try and save him. Nice use there. The Glimmer Cape as well keeps the clock alive on a sliver. And now Fish is here to punish Coral's aggression. That's 2 deaths in 2 minutes here for the Naga Siren. Solar? Cheeky from the trees. Catch the Voxo. They have the teleport, but there's the Yule Scepter. We're not done yet with this fight. A Voxo giving up now.
Yeah. A few more deaths like this and he might cure Midasa.
It could be possible.
He's been known to do it in a few ranked games previously. So, I don't know how much you speak to all of the people on these teams. Who do you think out of these 10 players has the lowest communication score?
A Voxo.
Yep.
He's communication banned. I know. See, the thing is, in person, he's a very chill guy. You know, being a Voxo, we shared a car back from one of the lands once. It was a lovely, lovely chat. We had a really good time. I haven't encountered him in a Dota game, but I could see him being, you know, a prickly pear.
So, I've told him this now for a couple of months, and I don't think he believes me. Every time we queue into a game and he speaks in chat, I do report him for communication score. But it's got to the point now where he can't tip. I don't think he can voice line. I think he can type again, but it's close. I'm getting him down. He's going to have 0 at some point. I know Corey's joined in as well, so eventually this man's not going to be able to communicate in this game.
It's like all the streamers who end up being perma-combat because people just report them because it's funny. Potential go out here onto Corey. The Wheel of Wonder does not connect. Great reaction speed there from Corey. The 30-year-old at the wheel is fast enough to be able to get out of that one.
Not sure we can call Corey 30. He's younger than me.
Is he?
Yeah, he's 24 or 25.
Let's pretend he's 30.
How old are you, Mr. Caster?
Oh, do you think I am?
Older than Corey.
I'm older than Corey.
Older than Corey.
I think you're older than me.
I'm 26.
Fuck! I'm 27.
Old man.
I know, jeez.
I can see the grey hair.
Fuck me, man.
I can see the grey hair, yeah.
I am what they call a chunk.
Chud.
A chunk.
You're a chud.
A chunk.
A chud.
It's a chopped unk.
Is that what the kids at school call you?
They call me a chunk. And I cry into my lunchbox. Speaking of crying into my lunchbox, Lunatic caught out here with the cogs as well as the follow-up coming out here from Solar Crest. Nice use of the Force Staff there, actually. Calm under pressure. Gets himself out of that one. But Maeve Wiley is here to make it a ruinous ending for the big old scary Rink Master. Now an 8k lead for the side of 2Sam2S, mostly off the back right now of this Shadow Fiend. But look at the difference between the mid laners. 4k net worth between Nagi and this puck.
It's 3k, or is it 3k? 2.5k between the Shadow Fiend and Naga as well. So the one benefit of Naga normally is that if you're playing against it, your waves are always pushed in. These illusions are always everywhere. They're just pushing waves. You feel like you've got no map control, no matter how far behind you are. But you can see here, like, they just don't... It's just not happening. They just don't have map control. I don't know whether it's because they're good at wave clearing like this, that they're just killing all the things, and there it is, it's Song.
Yeah, it's an interesting point to make, especially because they also have this Darkseer, who's another hero who's starting to do that. Chryson comes in with the hook shot. It's onto the TPing Naga. But now Chryson in a lot of trouble here. Does dodge out the Wheel of Wonder, but doesn't dodge out the Field of Beast. But out comes a nice snowball there from Solar Crest. But the follow-up is there with the vacuum, with the wall. They try to get in with the fish with the ultimate, try and turn this fight in its head. They do lose Chryson first on the clockwork. But now, damage being pumped out here. They do have the coil. No detection for Nagi here. Switchy stays alive through this one. He had no right doing so. And now they're able to turn this fight off the back of that lack of detection. They take out Fish. They take out Solar Crest. Lunatic does go down in exchange, but it's a 3-for-1 so far. Massively favoring the side of Wong's Bakery, cutting their net worth lead in half here for the side of 2Sams, and it's not done yet because Maeve Wiley now could be in some trouble. Hit up here with the first use of those chains, trying to get out this backside. Naga, enough money to get a heart, and now they are on top of the puck. Nice use there of the Yules to keep himself alive, at least temporarily. Does he have a blink there? After he doesn't, so he's going to go down. A fucking disaster of a team fight for the side of 2Sam2Sexy.
Yeah, Wongs are really good at this. I think no matter how far behind they are good at taking 5-on-5 fights. It was quite difficult for us to see, I think, but the SF, there was an illusion made of the SF here. Nagi
could be in some trouble here. Corey jumps in on top of him. This is a big kill, especially after that last fight. All the money he gained hasn't been spent yet. No, Nagi.
Yeah, that's a shame. That is a big shame. It felt like they could get some map control back there. As I was saying in the big team fight, so Shirks managed to get an illusion of SF, and then Naga actually dragged him back into the wall to keep him there. So this SF illusion was just pounding on him, and obviously it gets the presence of the Dark Lord's armor, the Lord Voldemort and that minus armor. It just beat into him.
It really did, and we saw there, you know, one thing I always say about Wong's, quite similar to what you were saying, is they have the benefit of being a team, with the exception of Voxel, of playing together for such a long time. And in these kind of high-pressure 50-50 situations, sometimes that is the difference maker. When you have just a group of people who just know how each other play. Attempt to go out now here onto the Roshan. So far uncontested from the side of Wongs. They do have the newly minted Harsh and the Naga Siren, which is going to make her a lot more menacing, but they're choosing not to show up here for this Roche. One would think, with them being kind of off the map for this long, they would assume this is going on, but just choosing not to engage this time. And they do get an Aegis, and it is out onto this Shadow Fiend. Do you have a chat update in any way from you, Reese?
It was just Karen pointing out that we're representing Scotland here.
Indeed.
My Scottish heritage, as you all know, I am Scottish.
Mm-hmm.
Blinks also noticed and called it performative.
You're a performative Scot?
Yeah, Taylor said that my English isn't that good.
Oh. Have you heard Taylor talk? Sorry, Taylor. Taylor, I love you, but like, excuse me, Mr. Mumbles. Don't be attacking his English.
Oh, wait, no, I think he's the guy on the left, so I'm on the left for us, but for them... Are you on the left, or am I still on the left for them? I don't know how the camera works.
Now listen, Mr. Mumbles. I have a master's degree from Trinity College, don't you know? My English is top tier.
And that's it. There's been no...
Not much engagement.
No comments in the chat, yeah.
Lads, get it a bit more lively. We're drinking for you. We're doing a live cast. What do you want from us?
At 50 viewers, Run and Tell's going to down another Buzzball.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
So get your friend.
Drop that link in the Kobo Discord.
Yeah,
we'll
whichever.
Get to 50. It'll happen.
And at 100, he's going to get naked.
I'll go topless. I've done topless streams before.
And you'll do it again?
I'll do it again.
One more Buzzball and he'll do it willingly.
Me and Taylor used to always do the finals of Irish Dota as a topless cast.
Did you? Who was Morgan who?
Taylor has like the full ink body, man. I'm built like a cheese string. I can't exactly
yeah.
bog anyone, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't do tough mudders, you know? I'm a big strong man.
I mean, I do, and I'm not a big strong man, so...
Attempt to go onto this bottom tower right now. It seems like all the momentum, even after that last fight, has just completely pushed back into the side of the 2Sam2S. But they are pushing in this top tower simultaneously, though. So some signs of life here, definitely, for this side of Wongs. It is going to be still a 6k net worth lead with that Aegis up on Fish, but they aren't going to push their luck going into that tier 3 quite yet. Instead, deciding to spread it towards mid lane. They do have a smoke popped. They could start using this to pressure in. Nagi potentially in a dangerous position, but instead filtering north towards Coral. Coral does have the Song of the Siren, does have the Harsh. Is an extremely difficult kill to go on. Instead, now they switch it back. Looks like they're now heading towards that triangle area. Chryson ready to go. Lunatic just beyond it. Pre-placed Remnant from the Ember Spirit, though. And that means that Nagi is just able to get out of that one with nary a worry. And instead now, this middle tower likely to be just what they pressure in now.
Yeah, the one hero that we can see is the Naga with the heart. Game 2, we'll be able to see more than one hero, but it suddenly becomes a really hard kill now. As soon as she gets to Skadi as well, she's going to be sat probably on 3,500 health. The only person who's really ever going to touch her then is the SF. And if Shirks can get the wall steal again, they actually might be able to win this game. I know they're behind, but it is doable. I see a way.
If you look at how much the gap between the two pause ones has shortened between those last two fights, it's lessened. There's only about 1.3k between that Naga and that big old Shadow Fiend at this point, and you have to say that is something that's going to be quite impactful in this fight. There is a Dream Coil out onto Naga. She pops the song a little bit early. Can they catch her up with the follow-up here? Could potentially do so with Chryson landing the hook shot. Follow-up as well with those cogs. Coral chopped to pieces, and now they're going to start pressuring the space.
Yeah, that feels like a really rough death.
What is Fish doing, though? He still has the Aegis. Can he live through this one? Corey is there to help back him out. Does lose the first life now. Has the Aegis still. Buyback comes in from Coral. Here is that big Shadow Fiend illusion. It does a lot of damage. They're pressuring in onto the top side of this fight. A lot of damage being done, but Shadow Fiend is out of that one. Only Chryson low, but now they've caught in on top of the puck. And Maeve Wiley forced out as soon as he gets there. Does manage to just about escape from that one. So a forced buyback and a death onto the Ringmaster and a disengage thereafter in exchange for the Aegis. And I don't think the fight's done yet because Chryson's caught out here. Iavoxo, nice use there of the Psychic Headband. Keskase, Shirks pushes him back into a corpse. Into those cogs, I should say. A tomb of his own creation. But the Jetpack attempts to get out there, but Nagi does get that last click. So in the end there, we exchange a buyback basically on the Naga Siren for the Aegis on the Shadow Fiend. Who's happier with that exchange?
Not Wongs. Really not Wongs. Like, you see the net worth you're talking about now. We're now looking at 4k difference. That was a... I understand why he would buy back. You know, you've got the SF illusion. You've got everyone crowded up. You might be able to get a kill. If you win a team fight there, great buyback. Maybe game-changing. The fact that they got nothing but a Clockwork, who I'm sure he's happy to die in that situation. You know, you got the Aegis. That doesn't really mean that much, to be honest. He doesn't feel good about this at all. Although Fish...
Whoa, Fish!
Oh, Solar Crest nearly killed him. Did you see that?
Yeah, on a sliver of HP there. That could be a disaster. Truly living up to the June tag in his name right there. And in the meantime, while all this is going on, they do make an attempt to go there, but the BKB is ready there from this Night Stalker. And now Maeve Wiley trying to follow up. Does it the Dream Coil? It only catches out onto this Dark Seer. Two fights taking place at one Seer. One onto the Ringmaster, the other onto the mid laners. They do pop a dust there, but they are already out here on Maeve Wiley, so not catching anyone quite there. But Corey in these trees is trying to make it go here onto this right side. Lunatic is going to be the first one to go down at the start of this fight, and they have the TP support coming in now from this Solar Crest Tusk. Jetpack plus Corey, the flying Dutchman coming in from this right side. They're peeking onto Coral. They know that if they can get this Coral kill, this game is Caro Finito, and in they go. It's first gear onto Avoxo. Avoxo lives off the back of a song from Coral. Can they get the $1 million wall? They managed to miss it there on Shirks. How does he miss him? The song is just not cancelled in time. They don't actually manage to get the combo. And now they have to turn tail and run, but they have the hook shot here from Chryson, which means that Nagi is going to die here. He is hit with the Glimmer Cape, but it's not enough to keep him alive. I know you were looking at your phone. You missed a very, very flammable move there.
I saw it.
It was a bad one, and now they're on top of this edge, and they take him out. That might be all she wrote for Wongs. This is looking really rough now.
I don't want to flame him again, but that's another missed wall. So it's
such an important one.
Yeah, they really needed that. especially with Naga's on dieback right or buyback still. If you get the SF there, I mean, you might just turn the table. You might turn this fight, but I think as soon as they miss that wall, it's just mode retreat. Like, get us out of there quickly. And now they're just trying their best not to die. And Lunatic's doing a bad job.
Indeed, Lunatic is immediately dead at the start of this fight. Buys back on the Ringmaster. They're taking a lot of damage from this tower, and they do lose Solar Crest to start this fight off. And Shurks is here with a vengeance. No wall to speak of this time. But minimal casualties, all things concerned, with how that fight should have gone.
It kind of goes back to what I said earlier. They found him.
Attempt to go here onto the clock. He should just go down here.
Yeah, he's dead. He doesn't care, I don't think. I think it goes back to what I said a while ago. They don't have any easy lockdown on this team. And 2Sams2S are just walking away from everything. Like, the exception being the Clockwork. Obviously, the Tusk is in. We got to expect Solar Crest to die. Like, you know what he's like. He cannot resist feeding.
Nah, my keyboard's upside down, mate. Oh, fucking...
That might be it. Maybe he does. Maybe he plays upside down.
Yeah, he does. He hangs upside down like a bat in his room. I've been in his bedroom, right? His monitor's upside down, his computer's upside down. He hangs like a bat from the roof to make it feel like home.
No, but if he's hanging upside down and everything else is, and it's the right way around, do you not think that either he hangs or his stuff's on the ceiling? It's one or the other, isn't it? Otherwise, it'd be...
Well, I assume in Australia, even though everything's upside down, there's still the same orientation. So it just needs the feeling of gravity to be going one way.
Oh,
but
yeah,
the orientation
flat,
will still be soft.
So the gravity would be the other way.
That's what I'm saying. Right?
I'm so glad you're a teacher.
Spatial awareness is a hard thing to understand. It's okay.
It really is, isn't it?
It is. Get your hand off my penis. Do not assault me on the Irish Dota stream, guys. Cancel this guy.
If your penis is there, then your girlfriend is a lucky lady, let me tell you.
Why is my drink tasting so fizzy all of a sudden?
It's meant to. so I think actually we were missing comments. My phone wasn't picking them up.
That's okay.
So we have quite a few. Oh wow, let me scroll up.
Oh, Blinks arrived.
Blinks has something Wong Radiant as a chant. Shurks F9, 2 Malinis, 2 Malinis. Yeah, cool.
Looks like a Roche tent.
They're just doing Roche. I don't think there's anything contested in this, so I'm going to keep reading. Keep your Nagi leashed at all times, please, with the dog emoji.
Mm-hmm. My boy Piano Man, what's he saying? He's one of my faves. My old teammate from Irish Dota League Season 3.
Mods, question mark.
Oh, that might be in relation to what you tried to do, I don't know. Could be.
Something to do with run and tell. Nah, I can't. Looks like the dude on the right finished in you. Now you're wearing his t-shirt.
Who's this guy? Who's Shan98? I've never met you. I don't know who this guy is.
How does he know so much? He's right as well.
He is. Who told you?
Oh.
I'm very confused.
No way this toddler is 27. It's Shan98 again.
Who is Shan98 guy? Just my newest hater.
Degree suitable for wrapping a fish supper in.
It's true. It's true.
Run and tell built like a cheese string. Does he use real cheese?
Nope, all fake, baby.
Calling someone a toddler when your mammy won't let you play video games to Shan98.
Let's go, Mousy. Mousy, my boy. That's my teammate, baby. Who is this Shan guy? Do you know?
No.
Interesting. Well, Shan, if you'd like a Kids Plus stream, you can contact me.
Bambi.
Oh, it's Bambi! Fuck off. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, that's my old teammate.
My favorite comment from Grozny J. I love gambling.
Why? Grozny J is supposed to be playing in this game. That's the boss 4 for Wongs. Anyway, let's go back into this game. Yeah, that's damage.
Oh, damage. I think you meant it was Lunatic.
Yeah, that's damage. Go here onto a Voxo. Could potentially be taken out here on this edge. They did manage to get the Aegis while we were reading chat. Nice quick kill there. Now that I know it's Bambi, it's perfectly acceptable. That's my boy. That's my boy.
Okay.
Me and him.
Only your boy can tell.
Only my boy can say
tell
that.
chat that I finished in you.
Yeah, anyone else, you know, I'd have some things to say, but if it's Bambi, you know, that's all right. That's all right.
Okay, I think that's the extent of it.
Well, some good chatter. We're getting some better baiting chats. I want to see that kept up in game 2. There'll be more buzz balls consumed. There'll be more games casted. I know we haven't talked much about this one in the last 5 minutes because they haven't done anything.
It's one of these games where I know Wongs will always fight to the end, but it's been very just sort of monotonous. Like you're ticking the boxes off, you're doing the paperwork, waiting until you can go high ground.
And then they go. Fish starts pummeling it here with the presence of the Dark Lord, managing to chunk down this tower very quickly here.
Doesn't affect towers
anymore. Oh, it doesn't. They changed that. It's no longer a talent. But still goes down very, very quickly. And now they are on top of these barracks. They are just falling to the massive right clicks that SF puts out. That's the range rack's gone. Doesn't seem like they're ready to quite go on the melee yet, but Corey is standing over that gate, ready to go on Nagi. Needs to be careful here on the Ember Spirit, and Fish, meanwhile, pumping out as much damage as he can into these backlines. Attempted use there of the snare and the pull-in as well. Fish could be in some trouble here. This could be his first life, while Corey goes onto the backlines. Actually starts pressuring out Coral, and comes Kryson with the hook shot, though. He isn't going to allow them to get back. He actually misses that one there, which means he can't get into this fight. Now it's Corey who's in trouble, taking a huge amount of damage. They do force out the wall. They do force out a lot of ultimates, but pretty successful fight for Wong so far, taking out Corey. There is still that big Oasis, though. They're coming in. They want to play aggressively. They want to go onto the supports. Both Mr. Crest and Mr. Kryson in trouble here, but here is Fish. He chops down Nagi immediately, shirks, following him into the grave. Nice use there, though, of the buyback from Nagi, pressuring a lot here onto this SF, but he just takes no damage at this point. Down goes that big old Ember Spirit with the buyback. Buyback now from the Ench as well. Coral does not have a song to sing that gone, but he took a lot of damage into Fish. That's Fish's first life down. It's a 3v4 in this fight. Can they take out Coral? Coral's going to try to walk away from this one. Does have the song back up now, as well as the BKB and that Bloodthorn. So you need to be really careful here on Fish. You don't have that Aegis anymore. Jump in from Mr. Crest into the deep lines. They immediately pop down a Voxo. That's a dieback on a Voxo, but now Fish might pay the cost for this as he tries to 1v1 this big Coral, big Onaga Siren, and he's just too large, so he goes down. Successful defense from Wongs.
Not done yet either. They got the puck. They got the tusk, because I don't think they know they've got the tusk.
Yeah, and he still has the Bloodthorn now if he can catch it.
I think he gets out here.
He should do so, but he blinks the wrong way, and they catch him with the Bloodthorn. Huge fight for Wong's Bakery.
Yeah, I think when the SF goes down the first time, I think that shows them that they can do it. This Naga does a lot of damage now. With this Bloodthorn, obviously, you know, just the raw HP, they got 4k health now. It's 250 damage. I can't remember how much damage the illusions do. It's a lot, though. SF wasn't just 1v1 in the Naga. SF was 1v1 in the Naga plus the illusion of himself. And I think it's 7 or 8, maybe more, actually, with the talent. Armor reduction, so it's a lot of damage. And obviously, he's just dead. He's a noob. SF down, and we're re-zinning, we're reloading.
Indeed, we're
yeah.
Ready to go. Yeah, we are ready to go for our next team fight. Looking like real signs of life here for the side of Wongs. Now, keep in mind their buyback status is a bit wonky at this point. But Coral is able to chop down these towers so quickly. Down goes mid lane, and you forget that despite their dominance, 2Sams2S have really not done much in terms of base damage.
So top now with net worth, look.
Yeah, and they have now actually gotten more towers than the side of 2Sams once they kill this one.
It feels like a throw. I mean, it is a throw, right? I think maybe just the coordination of Wongs compared to the coordination of a pickup stack is maybe showing here a little bit. Solo Crest can't help but feed, like we said earlier. Maybe he just goes in a little bit too much. I still think 2Sam2S has it. I just think they have to prioritize the right targets now. Like in that fight, Corey obviously dove and just fed like a bot. They went on the Ringmaster. There was a Ghost Scepter. I think the Strongman Tonic as well to heal him up. Then the box. And Corey ends up feeding without killing off the support. I think if he dies and Ringmaster dies, maybe the next sort of 30, 60 seconds doesn't happen the way it does. Basically, TLDR, Corey has to just not be a bot. It's hard for him, I know. But I believe in him. He can do it.
Who does he need to be jumping on the backlines? Is it just the Ringmaster or is it Shirks? At this point, because Shirks feels like he's so... Like we talked about how bad that lane matchup was the start, but in this late game, he really seems to have the SF's number.
Yeah, I think if you can get on him and just put the silence on Shirks, stop him from pressing his buttons, then sure. But it does feel like a waste because he's not going to kill anybody in this BKB duration. He's not going to stop Shirks from doing whatever he does just 10 seconds later. But I think if the rest of the team can prioritize the Naga while he's sort of holding back Shirks, then potentially... They do need a nullifier though, otherwise this Ringmaster box is just going to save him every time at this point.
Scan comes out from the side of the Radiant. They don't quite connect there onto Maeve Wiley, but they do put 2 and 2 together and understand he's going to be nearby. Smoke is here as well, but there's nobody in the vicinity. They're just holding this triangle position next to the Dire. Secret Chop not wanting to make a move quite yet. Roche could respawn in just a little while, and if it does, Wongs will be in a strong position to potentially take this one as we switch over to 45 mins. So that Roche respawn is going to go back to a favorable position for them. Meanwhile, that bottom tower goes down and the net worth lead crumbles even further with the Naga Siren taking that top slot.
Yeah, this is the Naga effect now. They've got some map control, so they've got all map control. Naga just pushes lanes in. It's ghost pushing, right? Like you kill the illusions and sure, like, so the supports can't kill the illusions. You have to bring SF. Puck might even not be able to deal with them at this point. Like you're seeing here, like it's really difficult to deal with them. And they don't really give that much gold either. So it's just, it's not, there's no benefit to killing these other than we need map control back. Like look at this, Corey's only just really able to kill them.
Yeah, even with that shard online, it does help him somewhat push these back, but it's not enough, as you said, and it feels like we might be past the point of no return for 2Sam2S.
I think this Naga might be able to carry this game.
Uh-oh. Caster Curse. Oh no, Fish is caught! Good save there from Solar Crest temporarily, but Fish is still dead. Down he goes. A huge kill here for the side of Wongs to kick off what should be a very good fight. Solar Crest has the BKB. He's trying to walk away here on the Tusk, but it's not going to be enough. He's chased down. His snowball is going to nowhere, buying a snowball to heaven. But in comes Maeve Wiley doing what he can with the use of that. Because if it jumps in Corey with the BKB, trying to do some damage here on the Night Stalker, but that group surge now coming out from the Darkseer just makes that so problematic. It's a 2-for-0, another unsuccessful team fight. Just caught under vision.
It's starting to feel like now 2Sam2S, they're the ones that are desperate. This walk, I mean, I get, you know, you got your Silver Edge on, you want to try and find somebody. Walking that close to one of the cliff wards is insanity, really. Obviously, you don't know it's warded, but you have to assume at this point in the game, when you've been ahead for so long, like, these are the only kind of wards that Wongs are going to have out. It just dies. They do have a nullifier on the Night Stalker, so obviously we can only see the Naga's items, but we did see that come out there. It doesn't really make much difference at this point. And I really think this is Wong's teams to lose now.
Indeed.
I think they're gonna get Megas very soon, I think, unless 2Sams really change something.
It's looking tougher and tougher for them. And coming into this game, I mean, on paper, I would have said 2Sams the favorites after their big win against the Rosa stack, but now they go in a Maeve Wiley on the Puck. Puck does manage to get away from this one, so a good escape there. Meanwhile, though, these Naga illusions chunking down both Corey and the tower, forced to use that Lotus Orb there to keep Corey alive. And even with that, that's another tower down, another barracks down, the top lane cleared up, and just the bottom lane standing between the side of 2Sams and those Mega Crisps. Okay, we all dribble crisps on our chins sometimes, Reese.
It happens. My chest, actually.
Oh, don't say that too loud. You'll get the chat too excited, brother.
You want to get crisps off my chest?
How hell yeah.
How many viewers?
I like their extra salt. Let's say 200 viewers to eat crisps.
So you'll get
someone's gonna fucking bot this game. I'll go here now onto Kryson on this Clockwork. Nice use there. The snowball save nullifies the effectiveness there. All of that Wheel of Wonder coming in now with this good fight so far from the side of 2Sam. A really important fight. One they need to win. They're putting a lot of damage onto Shirks, but he's not dying. He's staying alive to all of them because this Naga Siren is here. They throw out the whip. Here comes the follow-up. Can they finish off the side of 2Sam? It looks like Solar Crest is going to go down first in this fight. Buyback here from the Thunder from down under. In comes the ult with this Shirks punch onto that big old Shadow Fiend, forcing him away. His own damage being hoisted by his own Batar. Both sides getting quite low. Nobody dying quite yet. Maeve Wiley trying to put out some damage to core, but Fish goes down to a Voxo. A really important kill here. Nagi does go down. Lunatic does go down. Double buyback. It's the fight to end all fights. Triple buyback, quadruple buyback. Everyone is back in this game. They've decided this game is ending right here, right now. Die back here onto Mr. Solar Crest doing what they can onto Coral. But Coral has actually regained all of his HP thanks to the heart during the course of that fight. And they're not done yet because Corey is also now down.
I think that's it. I think Wongs win this game.
I think they just might. With these Naga illusions, they're pressuring in onto this bottom tower.
They brought Naga low. You know what? I was hating on this Darkseer. I thought his lane was going to go too badly. It's just irrecoverable. But he's kind of had Fish's number this whole game. These walls, other than, you know, the two that he missed that maybe we don't talk about, when he has got this wall, I think it's just the difference between winning and losing these team fights. And he's got the normal punch now as well. So I don't think we saw it on screen, but he's just keeping this SF. You just can't do damage on the SF. He's just dying to himself. He's just punching himself.
Of course, effective walls that Bambi is very familiar with. We built them to keep his, you know, savage ancestry of Protestants away from the Catholics in Belfast. And once again, being very effective in this game. The walls making all the difference here. The Shirk's peace walls making all the difference. Taking out the Shadow Fiend. And it feels like there's so little they can do. And now they get the Hex onto Maeve Wiley. Great play there from Avoxo. They do manage to pop out Lunatic. And that is a dieback on Lunatic. But here comes the wall and the song. And here comes Nagy with the lockdown that they need. And that means Fish is dead. And that's the game.
It's game over. Wow.
What an incredible comeback from Wong's Bakery.
I didn't think they had it in this game, actually. I didn't believe in the Naga. I thought the SF was a bit too far ahead. They just didn't... They didn't just stop this Darkseer from doing what he wanted. He's just kind of walked around the map and done whatever he wanted for the last 20 minutes.
Corey goes into Nightman mode, only to just be shackled at the side of the fight. Last ditch attempt here from Maeve Wiley, but he's hexed again. And this time it might prove just too strong to deal with. He does manage to dodge out there at the end of that on the puck. Nice use as well of the Yules, but keeps him alive at least temporarily. But Nagy does have the ability to chase him deep this time. And now instead it's Corey who's the one who's actually caught out here. He is in control. But Nagy taking a lot of damage from Mr. Crest, and Maeve Wiley comes back in. They do manage to kill off Nagy, but Maeve Wiley surely goes down immediately there afterwards. The backline's Christ and taken out here by the Naga Siren. It's 2 for 1. Make that a 3 for 1. Buyback now from Maeve Wiley. He's doing everything he can. Koro is godlike. Solarcrest dead for the third time in a minute and a half. And the voice lines are coming out from the Wong's Bakery. They're pushing it onto the space. Shirks with the double kill, taking out Corey. It is only Maeve Wiley left alive. Corey, you're not Sky Little Bro. Of course he's not. He's gone positive in the Irish Dota League. GG is called by Solarcrest. Game 1 goes to the Bakery.
I think we're all surprised by this. Wongs were not doing well for the first 20-30 minutes, and they, to be credit to them, they've come back to this. They really clawed this in. They just got pick off after pick off. Eventually this Naga just got impossible to kill. The Heart plus the Skadi, Bloodthorn, BKB, and all of a sudden, who's killing this Naga? Nobody.
It's a really impressive performance by Wongs, and it comes back to what I said at the start. Sometimes when you just have a team that have played together this long, that know each other's playstyles as well, you have the ability to keep calm under pressure. And to say they kept calm under pressure here against a wave of outrageous fortunes, to say the least, just a really impressive performance by Wongs, and showing themselves to be potential champion material in a tournament where people weren't favoring them for once.
I don't know about champion material, but I think if they can, well, maybe if they can pull more of this off, then potentially, yeah, potentially.
Rosa Stack lost 2-0 to 2Sam2S.
That's true, yeah, maybe. Wow, maybe if they had Skyen.
Maybe if they had Sky to score.
Yeah.
Folks, luckily for you, this is not a best of 1 series. We have a best of 2 coming your way. We're going to take a small break between games, and we'll be back with you soon with game 2 of what is set to be another incredible game. Thank you all so much for listening to us so far. We'll see you soon for game 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live with game 2 of the first series between 2Sams, 2Sexy, and Wongs Bakery Irish Dota League Season 6 or 7, I believe, 2026 Season 7. Run and Tell and Reese going to be taking you through this one with Big Anti on the obs. A great first game. Many a comment made about my physique. Many a great comeback from Wongs Bakery. Much to think about going into this second game. The bans are identical in the first phase.
Yeah, I don't care about the bans. I want to read Rick's comment out.
Okay.
Just to upset you.
Just to boost your own ego. I mean, we see where it is.
Rick actually is my favorite little boy. He sits there, he watches my daytime Discord streams. Stop mogging the poor guy next to you. Your arms are twice as wide. He's getting shy.
Well, what I'd say to Rick is, if he watches your daytime streams and he focuses on the size of your arms, I think Rick might be more than a friend. I think, Rick, if you're watching this, you need to admit your true feelings towards Reese. And you need to do it soon, because it is better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. And speaking of lost, 2Sams2S losing this first game. Look at that. Look, see that? You like that shit?
I like that
see,
one.
what I lack in mass, I make up for in wordplay. And 2Sams2S pick up what you called the offlaner of the patch. It is the Axe, and it's going to be Corey on it.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm kind of surprised that they first picked his hero. I guess it's because they're expecting another offlane band to come through. Obviously, the Beastmasters band, they respect it a lot. I think literally today, Shirk called him a demon on the hero. Lycan, I think was the other one. Axe is just good. There's not a lot that you can pick into it that makes Axe upset. Drow being one of them, which they've banned out. They obviously don't want to first pick the Drow, so I see this Axe doing fine in whatever lane. And there it is again. The flex pick for Wongs. Possibly another lunatic pick.
Possibly. I mean, what I'm also thinking, though, seeing this Axe picks first and seeing the Shadow Fiend still being in the pool, it is a hero that Coral plays. It wouldn't be bad into the Axe, right?
10 seconds
It's both, right? So SF is probably going to farm fine in that lane. You can't keep Battle Hunger on him. You can't really close the gap too easily. He's got quite high attack range. But then also, when you get your Blink Blade Mail,
yeah,
he will just die. Unless you've obviously got the box save, etc., etc. Maybe the SF comes out. It's generally not. I mean, maybe it's changed in the last week or so. It hasn't really been first picked a huge amount. So I think it was more of an ego pick on 2S2S. That's what we're calling them now. I'm not even sure what they'd ban out here, to be honest. It's probably, I mean, maybe it is the SF. Maybe they ban Ursa or something. Necro, no, that's a good ban. I like the Necro ban. Necro's been seen a lot of play recently. You could play him on 3, you can play him on 2, you can play him on 1. He's just strong. You just go Radiance, you go Boots of Travel, you go Shard, and all of a sudden, you are a big sex pest. That's just how it happens.
Sometimes that happens overnight. You just don't see it coming, you know? And in any case, the Necro ban here, I think, it's trying to force Wongs to show their hand a little bit, right? If you do leave a lot of these flexes at the pool, it makes the rest of your draft so much more difficult. So while Necro is not a hero I'd necessarily associate with any of the Wongs cores, to be honest, I haven't seen Coral play a ton of it. I haven't seen Nagy play a ton of it. I haven't seen Shirks play a ton of it. It isn't a hard hero to play necessarily, and it is very flexible. And as such, I don't hate it as a ban, but I do think that it leaves in a lot of the Wong's bread and butter. They'd like to play into things like the Axe. Luckily, they do ban that Timber Saw first. That's out of the pool immediately. That would have been a huge fly in the ointment for the side of 2Sams2S. I'm interested to see what direction they go for Shirks this game. The Void Spirit pick, I mean, you see Nagy ban Ember. You don't see it being a good puck game. You see a Void Spirit. That's pretty standard for Wongs. They went through a whole season. I think it was last season where they picked Void every game first pick.
It was Cobalt season 2 actually. It's what knocked North out.
Every game
we let the Void Spirit through. Yeah. What you're seeing here though, and they do this quite a lot, is they are second picking their mid. They're almost known for it at this point. I think almost every draft we see, they're very early picking this mid lane. Which, if he's confident enough on it, he can. It does open the draft up for your side lanes. Obviously, it means that the other team has to give more information about the side lanes. And here we do see the Shadow Demon. This Purge is very good into the Ringmaster. You can't box. I don't even think you can unicycle. I want to say you get pushed off it.
I'm not sure. It is an interesting pick nonetheless. I will say that idea of picking your mid early, that is not a new thing for Wongs.
No.
It's something they've been doing for years.
It is.
Lending largely to the fact that even in games that feel almost like, Nagy shouldn't win this matchup, he can still win matchups when he's negative facing. The only time they tend to pick Nagy mid late is when they're picking his invo. And they've been picking that less of late. Mm-hmm. So it's not massively surprising. The only kind of normal thing you will see throughout almost every single Wongs draft, except for when Brood was big, is Coral last. Next pick of the tide, 2Sams2S. It's going to be the Death Prophet, and one will assume that is going to be in the hands of Maeve Wiley.
I do wonder if it's support Death Prophet, There's been a little bit of a flex on DP semi-recently. It's definitely more likely to be a core, to put it out there, but there is a chance it's a 5. I have seen 5 DP. It may be one of those odd flexes that sort of catch them out in a laning stage. It'd be interesting to see. I'm not sure if Solar Crest plays it or Kryzen.
I can't say I've ever seen Solar Crest play a support DP, and I've, play with Solar more than most, and it would be extremely strange if he was to start playing in this game. The Dawnbreaker comes out for Mr. Shirks. That is a hero he's played a lot in the past. Not massively surprising. Really good into the Axe. In terms of saving the goes, I quite like it against their draft.
Yeah, so far I'm favouring Wong's draft, I think. DP is quite a tempo hero. Obviously, Axe should do well in his lane. I don't know, it's quite close.
We have a question coming in here from the chat from Mr. Owen Shad, Strapping Young Handyman. He's asking if we've had more Buzz Balls between the game. There's only one left, and I asked him if he would share it with me, and he gave me a non-committal answer and left.
We can share it.
We can share it. We'll share
it. There it is. Classic bot of Voxo hero. I'm assuming that's a Voxo. If he doesn't want to play the game, he just means that you guys can't play the game either. Look at this, guys. I'm going to pick Silencer. I'm going to go farm AFK in some trees. I'm going to press ulti when someone gets gone on. Brilliant.
To be fair, I kind of like it here because all 3 of the heroes they've picked so far get absolutely fucking destroyed by Silencer. Like, if you silence ult at the right time, you get no Dawnbreaker ult, your Void Spirit's locked down, your Ringmaster can't save. It would have been a nice Silencer pick for 2Sams.
Potentially. I think they would have lacked a little bit. So Death Prophet doesn't really have lockdown. Shadow Demon obviously has the single target lockdown. Axe doesn't necessarily like starting first. He's more of a counter initiator. So to pick Silencer is sort of to say, okay, we're going to play quite a passive game on 2Sams, but it is just an Avoxo special. The amount of times that he's come down into my games and bought a Midas and then somehow won the game. Honestly, it needs to be studied. And that is a sort of surprising pick.
So what's interesting about this pick, so Sven is Coral's comfort pick when he's unsure what to play. Even in metas when Sven is not very good, I've seen Coral absolutely decimate on this hero. So I think 2Sams2S, the idea that Sven makes sense here, right? It's that it can follow up onto the Axe goes. It benefits from the chaos the DP makes. But I think it is going to face a lot of trouble laning into something like a Dawnbreaker Ring or a Dawnbreaker Silencer.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how that lane goes. I haven't seen it for a while. You've got the Sven stun to stop the Dawnbreaker's Starbreaker combo.
5 seconds remaining.
I guess the lane still goes okay. You've got the Shadow Demon, who is just a good lane dominator anyway. But against Ringmaster, yeah, Ring Dawn is a strong lane. The thing is with Sven, though, is he is a hero that can just go off in jungle. So even if you anticipate the lane doesn't go that well, he's going to go away. I've lost to jungle Svens, like, in the last couple of months. It just goes and farms. It just goes and wins. It comes out with like 1 million net worth in 10 minutes. So maybe that's the plan. Maybe they're bringing back jungle meta.
Perhaps we see a ban on the Ursa for 2Sams2S. Obviously, a lot of heroes that don't want to play into Ursa there. The Axe, the DP, the Sven. None of them like playing into Ursa, so a sensible ban. Although they do have an SD, so Could have been countered. The Nyx ban from Wongs, the obvious insta-cancel Dawnbreaker ult thing.
Good ban. It'll also one-shot silencer if it finds it. Same with Ring, really. It does a lot of damage to Ring. It's also a pest of Void Spirit. You know, you don't want to have to be worried about your AoE damage just getting stunned by pressing the damage. And they do ban the Viper, which I think is a good ban. I think if they manage to move this Dawnbreaker hero to another lane, or if Viper just goes against the Axe, I think whichever lane that Viper goes in would have just stomped. So, good ban. Undying ban, I don't like as much. I don't really see the benefit of it. Maybe just to make sure they win a lane.
To be fair, like, if Corey gets off to a really strong start in this Axe, it does create a lot of issues for the Silencer, the Void, and the Ring.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just like, don't let them have the support that gets the insta-win lane.
Yeah, but you're not putting Undying 4. Kryzen won't play Undying 4, I'm convinced of it. So...
There's the Dark Willow.
Wow, they are playing Willow 4. Do you know what? It kind of makes sense into Dawnbreaker Ringmaster and Void Spirit. The AoE control with the Axe as well is really nice. I'm interested to see how it does. I don't think it does anywhere near as much damage as it used to. They got rid of the Facet that did 30% more damage. And they didn't really replace it with anything other than, oh, my Tangos do a little bit more regen in lane. That's kind of the only trade-off you got. So, be interesting to see. Kryzen has played a lot of Dark Willow, though, assuming it is Kryzen on Willow.
Could we see a Darkseer here from the side of Wongs? Sorry, not Darkseer, a Lifestealer here from the side of Wongs. I'm trying to think what's left that deals with an Axe and lane. So, like, we're thinking range carries, we're thinking things that have the ability to not care about battle hunger. And it's the other option. It's one of the two magic immunes. It was always going to be a Jugger or a Lifestealer, and they go for the Jugger.
Yeah, I think, if I'm right in saying, if on equal farm, I think that's 1 point Jug just kind of kills Sven. I know obviously you've got the Sven armor. Jug doesn't really care about being ulted by Shadow Demon. He just Swift Slashes, Omni Slashes. Willow can't really touch Jug in lane too much. There's a level 3 timing where if you have 2 point Shadow Realm, you can pressure him out. With this Healing Ward, though, obviously it's not easy. Silence the Jug as well is quite a hard lane to pressure out. If you ever get close to this Jug, he's just spinning on you and killing you. So... Oh, it's actually Fish Axe.
Huh?
Did they misclick? 10 seconds. Have they swapped lanes?
Corey Sven? The fuck?
Have they swapped up roles here? Like, what?
Guys, game 1 didn't go that bad. You don't need to do this.
Yeah, what the hell is happening?
You really weren't joking when you said Kryzen's just better you, though, with that last pick Dark Willow. It's,
yeah, for real. I wouldn't have done that, yeah.
Yeah, this is a weird, a weird choice.
Why?
Is it the matchups? It doesn't feel like it should be. Oh, he asked for a remake. It was a misclick. Okay, that makes a bit of sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I would assume Fish can play Sven. I don't think Corey Sven's that good. I know Corey can play Axe, so yeah.
Who do we think misclicked, Corey or Fish? I mean, there's an answer that's correct.
I actually don't know, to be honest.
You don't think so?
I think they're both as stupid as each other. Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb. You know why we need to do the reset? Because we didn't have a Buzzball ready. I think you need to go rectify the situation right now.
Why am I? It's by your feet.
No, it's in the fridge.
No, it's not.
I know where your fridge is. You said you put the Buzzball in the fridge. This one. Ah, here you go.
Yeah.
The pineapple.
Shall I, if we're splitting it, shall I get a glass?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Folks, a reminder, this is game 2 of a best of 2 series. I'm Ronantel, taking through this one alongside Reese. This is the Irish Dota League Season 7. We are going to remake this lobby for just a quick moment. There was a misclick of heroes in the last phase of that pick stage. But we should be back to you in just a few minutes with this game 2. And with a nice buzzball for myself and Mr. Reese. So give us just a moment here. I'm going to disconnect us and we're going to be right there in just a moment.
Just realised chat got a butt cam of me.
Oh, lucky
them.
Unfortunately, my butt cam tends to be less sought after than yours, Reese. I'm sorry to say. It's too skinny, you know. It's not there. I'm going to try to log us into this lobby. You go splitting that.
Run and tell collared is what I saw in the chat then.
Collared?
Scroll up, yeah.
What's this about? Oh.
God, this smells horrid.
Does it?
RCE giver.
Oh, they were discussing which one of us was the top and which one of us was the bottom.
You're the bottom.
That's they established that, right? We don't need to relitigate history here. It was fairly well established. That looks pretty 50-50 to me.
You can have the nice glass.
Thank you very much. We'll do it as soon as the game is remade. We're just waiting for this lobby to be reformed, and then we shall get straight into this game. Thinking through that draft that we have in front of us, is there any favorite team out of the two? Do you think the Wongs draft is that much better in game 2?
I like this Jug pick, actually.
Yeah.
I think this is a more well-rounded draft from Wongs, so I think it's going to be a lot harder for 2Sams2S to just take over the game.
Indeed, I tend to agree. And we have seen Coral on this here before. We're still waiting for the lobby to remade, folks, so we're with you in just a moment. Lobby is up. Can you refresh it, please?
I suppose I can.
Thanks, Daddy.
I'm taking this bottom to heart.
Listen, it's gonna be done.
Immigrant nightclub. Can we join this?
I don't think that's us.
No, I don't think it is.
We have Immigrant Nightclub and Curva versus... What is this list? Sorry, guys. You guys aren't seeing this. We're seeing the list of public...
MMR Hell Lobby, 01 Join Party Free, and Immigrant Nightclub.
Indeed. Quite the collection.
That's all I can see. I don't see the...
I think it's because you're not set to all modes, maybe.
We're on captain's mode, though.
Yeah, set all, just in case. Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
I'll get that.
Good boy.
Okay, stop you. There we go. You're fearful of your buzz ball. You didn't even knock your one back in one last time. You know, everyone calling me the bottom. You didn't even finish your buzz ball. No need. We're going to use mouse from camera.
Pineapple flavor RCU planned ahead. Damn right we did.
Oh, good point.
Damn right we
did. The upside down pineapple. Let's do this.
It's pineapple jalapeno though, so...
Oh shit, it's like spicy.
A spicy, sweet taste. Is that what you like?
I prefer things a little salty, personally.
Well, I think it's guaranteed it's going to be a bit salty. A bit salty, a bit sweety.
Indeed, that's... that smells right.
Good at all, does it? That's horrid.
Anyone any experience the pineapple jalapeno buzz ball? Give us a shout in chat. But this does not seem ideal. We're waiting on connections now. This one is a slow PC. Who do you think is poor?
Fish. No, I don't think Fish is poor. Fish might be. He's a uni student, but I think he's rich. Yeah,
he's only a baby.
He's like 22 or something. I think. 22.
I mean, what's he studying?
Oh, something stupid like not philosophy. Something that you can't do anything with other than become a teacher for it.
English literature, baby. Yeah, let's go.
That's all I remember.
But I have the flex of going to a good university, so I have that.
What uni did you go to?
Trinity College, Dublin.
Yeah, but did you go to DMU?
What was that?
I went there. Nagi went there.
What's it called?
DMU.
What's that short? Dartmouth?
De Montfort University State.
Doesn't sound very
DMU. Good. Auntie went there as well.
Really?
I think.
Yeah. Wow. Quite a prestigious place. So your experience with Mosh Nightclub?
I actually know the owner, not to flex. Not to flex.
I know the manager. Can you switch that up?
Sorry, the manager. Yeah, I know the manager. In fact, the general manager may or may not be in this game.
Hit the little Wi-Fi symbol to the right. Good boy.
Thank you.
There you go. And that should be us. It'll auto do it once the override. Okay. There you go.
Let's see if the Midas is queued up, chat. No Midas yet for the silencer. The lane's not gone that bad.
Are you ready for your buzzball, sir?
Once we click on the Void Spirit items, yes.
3, 2, 1. Sláinte.
Good try, little bro.
Ugh. That is disgusting.
Good try, little bro.
That's honestly ruined my night. That's horrid.
That is terrible.
That's horrid.
Whose idea was that?
Chat's. That was Chat's idea.
I'm gonna blame
Mousy.
Blinks. No, that's not Mousy's fault.
No, it is Mousy's fault.
That was really, really gross. But listen, we are ready to go with this game, consequently. And mind you, guys, this is a best of 2 series, so there will not be a game 3, no matter what happens this game. But the side of 2Sam2S definitely going to want to win this one. So far, they are top. Yeah, it is really bad.
Who likes that?
It's fine.
That seems like an English creation, not like a true Scottish drink like Iron Brew over here.
I hear everything created in England is bad.
Yeah, especially the people.
Especially except for Auntie. Auntie gets pass. Auntie is the one good English creation. I think Auntie has a bit of Irish in him though.
And David Attenborough.
David Attenborough.
Yeah, he gets
That's
a
an
pass
Irish
as well.
name. Doheny Attenborough himself. What a guy.
You can't just claim English people as Irish.
You guys took Declan Rice. What do you mean?
We took everything from you. I can't make that.
Get out of this. We're not stream now. We're not in Kobold. Let's get into this game. Let's talk about this mid matchup. So you have a Death Prophet into a Void Spirit. Who's favorite out of these two?
Don't ask me about mid matchups, to be honest. I would guess Death Prophet, just because of the good Crypt Swarm animation, probably gets most of the CS. Void Spirit can always get away, though.
Yeah, and a nice start here from Nagy with some great body blocks there, putting a lot of pressure onto Maeve Wiley.
Yeah. I mean, we saw last game, though, Maeve Wiley was like at 100 health at like 30 seconds in, so maybe Maeve Wiley's just got a low health kink or something.
Perhaps, and even with that, did come back into this lane very well, so I'll be honest, Maeve Wiley has impressed me in a lot of the games that I've watched of this 2Sam2Sexy team this league. Not coming into it with one of the highest MRs, but definitely in terms of how much he's given to this team has looked very impressive. Time to go here from Kryson, it's onto a Voxo. So far, Corey not using any of the Battle Hungers onto the Juggernaut, recognizing the fact that it's essentially moot. He has instead been using it to pressure out a Voxo.
Yeah, Jug's going to have a free time this game. I don't really see how they stop him farming ever. It just doesn't seem possible. The only way is his Axe Blink Blade Mail. That's the only way he dies this game, I think. Or if Sven gets enough farms to the point where he just one-shots him. Damn, we're going for a reload again.
Indeed we are, and as I'm saying that, go here onto a Voxo, taking a lot of damage here on the silencer. 2 more hits and he's down. Out goes the right click. 1 more, and Corey getting the first blood onto a Voxo. First blood into the Axe. Absolutely the start you want to see from Corey. And Corey, of course, in previous series, you know, sucked a fat lemon in the first game, both in Kobold and in Irish Dota, and then played a wonder game too. So let's see if he's able to pull off that trend again.
That just seems like a bit of a misplay from a Voxo, really. He's leveled the Glaives level 1, which is good to trade. I think he just overstepped and then just straight up died.
And he's in trouble again. He's wandering in towards this Brambles, taking these right clicks coming out from Kryson. He does stay alive, but he forces Coral to level 2 into that healing ward.
It's quite standard.
And it goes down straight away, though.
Yeah, healing ward's quite standard now. You might even see 2-2-0, to be honest. It just keeps you in the lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing more to say about it, really. I wonder what is happening, though, on the mid lane with... where are we? Void Spirit. Void Spirit... I'm interested to see what build he goes here. I want to know if he goes for the Vessel. I'm assuming this is a Vessel Void Spirit build.
Meanwhile, top lane, go onto Corey, and down he goes. And Coral putting a lot of pressure as well onto this little tiny Willow. Willow tries to turn it out onto Coral, but Coral has the wand up, so it's a double kill in this top lane. Right as those Lotus Eye spawn as well. And meanwhile, they also lose the Death Prophet mid.
What did you call it? A Lotus Eye?
Yeah, the Lotuses. There's multiple.
Lotuses.
Lotuses.
Everyone knows that's the name.
Multiple Lotuses spawn.
Yeah. It's a surprising death, actually, on mid lane. You would think, given DP, I'm guessing DP has 2-point Siphon. Yeah, and 2 charges of it. You wouldn't think that DP would die like that.
Especially with that Fairy Fire in the inventory and what looks like a fairly stable wand. It's an unfortunate death for Maeve Wiley and a very impactful one. And they lose heroes across the map at this point, and now the laning stage is looking far less safe than it had looked, especially in that game 1. It's feeling a lot more contested. In the bottom lane, we haven't talked at all about this one, really. Fish on the Sven, facing into Shirks and Lunatic, with Big Boy Crest on the Shadow Demon.
Yeah, Shadow Demon does not feel like a solo crest hero, I'll be honest.
He does play quite a lot. He's coming in here, trying to do what he can to protect the Fish. They drop the Blood Grenade here on Fish as well, but nice use there of the disruption stops the Starbreaker in its tracks. So Fish does walk away, but he loses a lot of HP in that exchange.
Yeah, I'm not feeling this Sven pick. Again, I know I've said it, if he can go away and he can farm for like 20-25 minutes and come out with like 3-4 items, maybe. I don't see a world where he outfarms this Jug, to be honest.
So far doing okay in the CS department, though. He is 24-6, 6 denies, 24 last hits with Mr. Shirks put to the bottom of the cores thus far, just kind of tying up with Corey. The lane hasn't gone disastrously for him.
Shirks is a bottom, though. He did tell me.
Not true.
Yeah. So I think he likes being bottom of net worth. He likes the underdog story. He likes feeling like he's powerless. And then sort of like coming back, he likes resisting the...
He likes the aftercare.
He does. He likes when Coral comes with all of his items and cuddles him to victory.
Sometimes that's what you need in life, right? Maeve Wiley, though, starting to stabilize out this mid lane a bit, but still a really impressive start to this game coming out from Nagi. Nagi, as we said, definitely a Void Spirit specialist, and every single time he's going for those Crypt Swarms, he's just getting those free denies on those range creeps. And now go onto Corey. They have the slow, they have the spin, they use the taunt to try and keep him alive here. Nice use there of the Brambles, but it's not enough. The Brambles don't connect. And Coral takes out Corey, a Voxo on a killing spree, and that healing ward is still alive. He does manage to finish it off there with the right click, but Coral's going to walk away from this one. So offlane going from bad to worse for the St. Lucian sensation himself, Mr. Corey.
I still don't believe he's from St. Lucia.
He is!
He must be having you on. He hasn't mentioned this once to me.
It's in his Instagram bio. Go here. Who gets this? It looks like it's going to go into Nagi's hands. Nagi gets the shield rune, and now huge trouble here from Maeve Wiley. Rotation from a Voxo. A Voxo could go down here, though. In comes the knife. It doesn't connect, and Maeve Wiley gets the free kill. Out comes that Astral Prism, though, and it does catch onto this Death Prophet, and she does go down. I should say Ether Remnant catching out the Death Prophet at the end of that kill. So things very much going Wong's way in this laning stage compared to last game.
Yeah. I don't really have much more to add. I think they're just misplaying these lanes a little bit. Like I said, I think Wong's draft is just a lot easier to execute. They've got 2 winning lanes at least, and then I don't think mid lane should be this bad. Obviously, Void Spirit is a Nagi special, so maybe it's just a little bit of comfort we're seeing here. DP obviously is only, I think it's silver tier, is that what we're seeing up there? So maybe a bit less comfort than the Grandmaster Void Spirit.
Another attempt to go here onto Corey. Corey taking a lot of damage from the silencer. Goes to the taunt to try and keep himself alive, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to be ran down again. His support has not respawned yet, and the Omni Slash from the Juggernaut means that Corey's going to go down a third time in about 2 minutes. Do they have the damage taken out? No, because they still have the healing word, which means he is able to take down Corey. Coral is off to a stormer this game.
Yeah, I think Corey's doing a little bit of like save your lane syndrome here. I think he needs to recognize that he can't go back to this lane now. Just needs to cut waves or go to the jungle. You know, hopefully Kryze has made some stacks. I'm not sure we've seen him out of lane enough to make too many stacks.
Fish now could be in some trouble, being tracked down by Shirks. Shirks throws out the hammer, connects in, has the Starbreaker in a moment. If he wants to use it, 1, 2, skibbity. Nice use there of the stun to keep himself alive. Meanwhile, Kryson takes out Coral in this top lane. Really important kill there. And now the Shadow Demon going back bottom. Nagi contesting in onto the Death Prophet for this rune. It does go to the Death Prophet, so a really important rune pickup there from Maeve Wiley. A run of good events for 2Sam2S.
What kind of brain rot was that?
What do you mean?
Do you not ever... You just went 1, 2, skibbity.
Skibbity we do.
Just 1, 2, skibbity and then just skipped over it like it was nothing.
You gotta keep...
You've been spending too long with kids.
You gotta wax lyrical in moments like this, you know? You gotta keep the flow of the game.
Yeah, you've been near kids for too long.
I'll make you do play-by-play if you don't stop this. That's all I'm gonna say. You wanna enjoy it.
Do it.
I'll do the analyzing. It'll be worse for everyone.
Yeah. We'll go down to like 6 viewers instead of 8.
I mean, we have 27. We're doing something.
7? Hey, it's as many as you are age.
I know. I know. Older than you.
Expired.
I'm wiser.
Expired.
I am older and wiser. It's all
We're still both 90s babies, and that's what matters. 99.
Okay, so we're born in the same year at least. Attempt to go out here now onto this bottom lane. Looks like they're going to pump a lot of damage out onto this this lunatic big old ringmaster, and down he goes here on the ring. A really important kill for him to pick up there. So a nice return here for 2Sam2S. The attempt to go through that portal where that twin gate is unsuccessful in the end. And let's look at these net worths. So far, Nagi at the top of the pack, but the next 3 cores all coming out from the side of 2Sam2S.
Do you know what? I'm so surprised. We were shitting on Corey. He's second on net worth. How is his jug so far behind? What's happened?
I think it was just those couple kills he got there at the end. I think the bounce back gold was enough. And I think Kryson might have been forming some stacks that we didn't see off screen. Oh, stop casting person, my man.
Tip Shirks. You've got to do it. We knew what was coming.
Yes, Sky! A brutalization of Headish Plus right there. And he does not manage to get that stun. A really important get out there from Corey. And Sky might goat coming from Corey in the chat. And now I go into Lunatic. He is extremely dead here, it would seem. And down he goes. Attempted additional go here as well with the use of that fear on this mid lane as well as that Bedlam. And Nagi goes down immediately there afterwards. 2 quick kills with the Exorcism, which means the tower is now clinging on for life. Voxo will get out of this one at least, but it's suddenly a 2k lead with both the Death Prophet and this Sven topping the net worth chart.
Yeah, I think they're doing the right kind of thing. So Sven was involved with God Strength fairly early and got a kill, and now he's gone away to farm. Death Prophet is now getting involved with ulti. There was a few misplays there. I will say the last time I saw Shirks play Dawnbreaker, it was kind of a sassy performance. Hopefully we don't see the same again. I saw a few like 50 HP ultis last time, I think. Maybe it haunts him. Maybe he's got a point to prove, but yeah, the first one's not getting off to a good start.
Indeed it's not, and considering the start he was afforded in lane, you would expect this to be going a little better. Now a 3k net worth lead for the side of 2Sams2S, and both supports with a solid lead as well, almost 1k above that Lunatic Ringmaster. They are going to take out a tower here, which will at least soften the blow to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But still looking like 2Sams2S are going to come out of this laning stage on top, as they did last game.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's just core diff or what's happened. You know, we saw this Death Prophet die, was it twice on mid lane? We saw Axe die 2 or 3 times. Bot lane seemed to go bad from the few glimpses we got of it, so I'm really surprised at just how far ahead they are.
Good positioning here from Krysten to try and cancel out the go here onto Corey, but it's not going to be enough as the Global Silence comes out as well as that Omni Slash, and they are able to take out that Axe. So a big kill there onto Corey. Can we have a look at his items for a second there, please, Mr. Reese?
On the Axe?
Yes, please. Yeah, so that is an important kill. He does get his blade mail out first. That's what I was checking for.
He does.
That's really important for his farming speed.
So we don't have any stack. Oh, we have an ancient stack to go towards. Do we have any stacks on the side? No, we have an ancient stack that he can take. I'm anticipating he takes that now, gets kind of close to blink, probably gets like a 14, 15 minute blink maybe. And I would expect him to start running around with his supports very quickly.
And indeed, the smoke comes out here. They're coming in towards Coral. Of course they want. They get the fear, the last tick right onto the Juggernaut. But here comes the Global Silence and the Solar Guardian, and it's on top of the Death Bomb. But the Death Bomb is too big. They will take out Krysten immediately to start this fight, so a good start to this fight. Now Maeve Wiley looking like he's in trouble. Jumping from Nagi, has the Yule Scepter, keeping himself alive. At least for now, the Yule Scepter is successful, so he does stay alive on Maeve Wiley. Shirks tries to jump back in. I'm not sure you want to be in that neighborhood, Shirks, and he agrees as he toddles away home and dies in bed. Now the side of 2Sam2S going to be able to pressure out this tower, knowing that Shirks has no ability to respond, knowing that they've used both the Global Silence as well as the Solar Guardian. They are now firmly in the driving seat. You need to be careful here on Voxo, showing yourself, because Corey will chop you down.
It doesn't matter. He's got no global. He's a useless hero. I will say that was a very well-timed global from Voxo. I think if he doesn't press it there, the Jug is dead.
Yep.
It has to be. There's the Death Prophet Silence that probably comes out. Maybe another spot. I can't remember who else was there. I think Shadow Demon maybe. He was dead. So really impactful ulti. Turns that fight actually. And obviously Shirk's coming in with his ulti, this time not whiffing it. So, you know, you like to see it.
Signs of growth from him. Go and Maeve Wiley here. They do have that urn up, and they have both a Jugger as well as Nagi on him, but he's got off the double leash and he has the Yule Scepter still. Good save there from Solar Crest and from Krysten to force him away, at least temporarily. But there goes the Juggernaut Omni Slash. He manages to dodge it with the use of the Yules, but it's not enough to keep him alive, and it's not enough to keep alive Mr. Solar Crest either, who goes down there afterwards. It's a 2-for-0 so far in favor of the side of Wong's Bakery.
Yeah, there's a lot more life in Wongs this time, isn't there? There's a lot more fight back. The last game, it was very much just sort of taking it. This game, it's pretty even. What's chat saying?
So chat is saying a few things right now. A lot of comments about how Corey won a Make-A-Wish competition to be allowed to play in Tier 1. There is 2Sam2S from Blinks. I
Nice.
assume. I wonder which Sam that's in reference to. Could be Solarcrest. Could be Mr. Corey. I assume it's Solarcrest, knowing Blinks. And then we have Taylor saying that Wongs won game 1 because they were simply just better.
Don't forget, get wonged.
Get wonged.
Get wonged.
Get wonged.
Blinks, could you please put a tier list of all the Wongs players in chat? I want a rating of 1 to 5. So 1 being the best Wongs player and 5 being the worst Wongs player.
You see, I could do that, but I've worked so hard to create a good working relationship with Wongs that I just can't at this point in my casting career do that. Going now to Corey, he has the Solar Guardian, he just walks out of it. Shirk's moment. But they still do manage to take out Corey.
Yeah, Corey needs to get this. I think he's just bought his Blink actually. Yeah, look,
He got it first.
the gold.
That's
So
good.
he's actually going to respawn with it, so they won't know he's got Blink. I would expect to see a smoke up maybe when he's respawned. You know, not 20 seconds before. Maybe they go for like a double smoke play here. They
know they don't have Solar Guardian, but they missed the Terrorize.
You know,
the global.
I think that was I don't think they meant it as a bait. I think it's a really good bait that there's no longer a global silence. So now when Corey respawns with this axe, he gets his Blink Blade Melt. There's no counter initiation really. There's the Dawnbreaker ulti maybe. He doesn't look like he's got the mana for it.
They're even more able to make use of this Blink Dagger now with no ultimates being on from Wong. So Corey needs to make a big play here. He's coming up on the axe. He's moving in towards that jungle area. He has the Blink Dagger. He has the Blade Mail. Who's the target? It has to be the Jug, right?
I think they'll take any core at this point. Jug or Void Spirit's the big two. I don't think they care as much about Dawn, but I mean, they're going to take it, right?
I think Shirks just might go down. Yeah, he will. He gets jumped in with that Blink Blade Mail, and down he goes. Quick kill onto Shirks. And an important kill, you know, it keeps Corey ahead. So far, you know, 3 of the top 4 belong to the side of 2Sam2S, even with the slight delay they had in how well their lanes went. They are still looking like a strong team and a tough team to face into. The only one really struggling in net worth right now is Mr. Crest.
Yeah, but it's kind of close on the supports, right? As a 5, the net worth isn't that much impactful. Obviously, you know, you want your 5 to have items. You don't want it to be too far behind. You don't really care too much. It's sort of the top 6 that you're looking at. And clearly, the Void Spirit and the Dawnbreaker, while they're not that far behind, you know, they're like half an item behind, which...
Wong's want to take this. They're going in immediate wave. Had a great save there from Solarcrest. The follow-up is there with the Solar Guardian, but it's dodged out with the use there of the Yule Scepter. So it does nothing, and Corey gets 2 quick kills. Omni slash the backlines onto Fish, but Fish does not care. Just keep swimming, says the Fish. And now it's Coral going down. It's a 3-for-0 in this top lane. Incredible plays, and they're not done yet as they catch the taunt onto a Voxo, make that a 4-for-0. Who is saying make a wish, Corey, now in chat?
That was a great call. I don't know if he catches both of them. He definitely catches the Void Spirit, right? He catches the Void Spirit, gets the call and dunk. I don't know if somebody else was just trying to help and ended up in the firing line, or whether he caught them as well.
Do you think maybe Corey swapped accounts with Sky _ between games, the greatest offlaner in Dota 2 England?
Potentially, actually. That would make a lot of sense.
That looked like a Sky jump, not a Corey jump.
Yeah, the only thing that makes me lean towards Corey is he's using the same kind of voice lines. Otherwise, I think it might be Sky. Sky would probably be more likely to be all chatting nasty things. Corey has a little bit of jokes. Sky would probably be like telling one of the Wongs players to like fight him in a boxing match or something, which he has been known to do if you know the lore.
I don't.
You don't know the lore, okay. Well,
jump in from Corey, immediately out onto Shirks. Shirks put into a box, so he can't even heal himself up. This box actually might not help him here as he's trapped between all these heroes taking so much damage. Is staying alive though, taking very low damage, all things considered. But now in comes big ol' Fish with the stun. Maeve Wiley is able to chop down Shirks, and they're not done yet. They're coming in onto Mr. Lunatic here on the Ringmaster, being chased down by both Corey and Maeve Wiley. He is clinging on for life, but not clinging on for long. Tell me about the time that he fought someone in a boxing.
He didn't fight anyone in a boxing match, but I believe at the last IDL game, their team forfeited to play against Wongs, if I recall.
They did.
And, you know, there was a little bit of bad mouth and a little bit of shit talking between the two teams. And I believe Sky offered I can't remember which Wongs member, but one of the Wongs member up for a boxing match, and then when they agreed, he didn't go for it, I believe.
I wonder who he threatened to fight, because I feel like Sky could take a few of them. I think the only one Kamki would kick the shit out of him. Give him that. But Kamki's definitely stronger than Sky, I'd say. The rest of them, I think Sky would hold his own against.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
Do you reckon he's got that dog in him?
He doesn't have the dog in him, but on pure, like bulk.
I don't know.
I think Sky
how many prostitutes have you shoulder checked before?
What is... There's so much lore being dumped to me. Let's get back into this game. Go now onto the Silencer. Silencer taking a lot of damage. And he goes down.
That one's stuck in your brain, eh?
I'm just going to leave that one with you, man. I'm not sure about this one.
And, very, very quickly, I won't disrupt stream too much. It was Hamburg and the Red Light District.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't leave him alone at 3 o'clock, so he just sort of barged into it. Apparently, I wasn't there. She fell over and he just walked off. My guy. I love Sky. What a guy.
RoboCop himself.
He is.
God, that's hilarious.
Well, anyway, 7k net worth lead now on 2Sam2Sexy. We're in the same kind of situation again.
I think it's worse. I think they don't scale as well as they did last game.
No, I would agree. There's not this sort of 4 or 5 item Naga timing. There is still the Juggernaut factor, right? If Jug gets a good jump later on, he will just delete like 3 heroes, and there's nothing they can do about it. The thing is, the Sven can do the same thing this game. Oh, the Manta dodge.
Coral.
Okay, Coral. Okay, no need to flex like this. Wow.
I think there was a need for him to do that right there. That's a game changer.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
They get the Tormy off this.
Wow. Yeah, if he catches in there, he's almost certainly dead.
Who do you think wins in a boxing match between all members of Dota UK?
All members? No, you got to give me like a list. You can't give me like
all the Cobalt guys. I don't know.
All the.
I know it is in Ireland. I think it's pretty clear. I think it's a PK Faith Kian final, and PK probably wins it.
I can give you like certain teams, maybe. I probably will miss some people.
Junes would win in Ireland. It's not close.
Okay.
They're all big fuckers.
So if we go for North, I'd like shit talking my boys, right?
Yeah.
Fraser, Frase, Stick. He's fallen over.
Like myself.
Yeah. Okay, Dota 2, he's got a bit about him, I think. I think he's not a father yet, but I can see he'd have like that dad strength in him.
Okay.
That kind of vibe. Gleet is just a stick thin Finnish boy. Probably, you know, like the car salesman things where they like fly about in the wind. Yeah. And then Shytek is a small Polish boy, a little mini bobber.
Hang on, go here now to Coral. Can he mount a dodge twice? It doesn't look like it. And now they have the follow-up with the fear, with all this damage being pumped out immediately onto this Juggernaut. So much trouble for him, but he does stay alive, and he gets off the Omni Slash, which means he actually stays alive in this fight. Coral walking away, misuse there of the call there from Corey, and now he's TPing. Can they chop it down in time? Yes, they can. Fish takes out Coral, a really important kill.
Yeah, that's a big kill there.
I think we may need to zoom out somewhat.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
We're as zoomed out as we can.
I think it's the TV, maybe.
Let me... can you type zoom in for me?
I can.
Or just zoom? Okay, no, it is bound, so it's this is as far out and in as we can go. Yeah. No, it is.
I think in Dota 2 Ireland, the tier list for teams that win the most fights. So I think June's win. I think it's not close. Faith Kian is a mountain. Oh, Faith Kian is a mountain of man. Mr. Diddles is pretty big. Big gym boy. Mousy, close to the ground. Good center of gravity. Hard to
Yeah, he'll like get the kneecaps while the others get the face.
He has the Homer Simpson build going, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mousy, we were in chat. I think you'd be a good fighter. Our last, who am I forgetting? Oh, Silvercrest. He's fair. You know, he's bigger than you think. He's very tall. His reach.
Yeah,
He's got good reach.
I think.
And Stinky Steve is a fucking built boy.
I think Solar Crest though, he probably wouldn't fight anyone unless they stole his poker chips, maybe.
Stinky Solarcrest can get mad. I've seen him mad before. And as we say that, Voxo, quick takedown on him on the silencer. I think Imprint Esports are probably second. Based purely off PK and Adam. If they still had their old offlaner, he was a big fucker. Mr. Enigma Kian.
Here's a question.
But Key is less scary.
Here's a question. So these two teams in a boxing fight. 2Sam2Sexy versus Wongs. Who's winning?
2Sam2S any day.
And next question. Do you think a Voxo is an upgrade or a downgrade in the boxing match?
Downgrade.
Chansey?
Kamki's a big fucker.
Yeah, big.
And like we had Corey, hang on, jump in, snatch there from Fish. They don't manage to finish off the Aegis, and they lose Corey immediately at the start of this fight. It's looking not too great, but now Fish doing so much damage, chops down Nagy at the start of this fight. They do get the Aegis, they do lose Corey, but they lose Nagy in exchange, so a good trade there for the side of 2Sam2S. They do pop the Exorcism though, which means they now kind of have to rush towards this tier 3 mid.
That's sort of the worst case, well, not worst case, but one of the worst case scenarios for Wongs. So I believe that 2Sam2S would do in the Roche. Wongs managed to steal it maybe with a Void Spirit jump. And then Fish still gets the Aegis. Now the downside to that is when or if 2Sam2S now go for the next Roche, it won't roar. So they won't actually know it's happening.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I actually didn't consider that.
So while Aegis steals are good, obviously you get the gold for your team. Potentially you do manage to get the Aegis as well. Sorry, the Roche kill steal, should I say? Maybe there's kind of a detriment.
Hang on here, caught out on this teleporter. They do get away here on Mr. Shirks, but that is a Voxo.
By a Voxo.
Chopped like a salad. And bottom lane, they would go here onto Coral, and Corey takes him out in one jump.
That's what we were talking about. The Blink Blade Mail. That's how you kill Coral.
And such an important kill to pick up here also. Mouse in the house has some interesting takes that we can't say on stream that words not allowed.
Are you sure we're not allowed to say?
Yes.
Okay.
But I do agree with his take nonetheless. Attempt to
in.
go here. Nice banish coming from Solar Crest. They've caught out onto Nagy immediately. He's just died. He's just respawned and now back to the grave on this Void Spirit.
Yeah, that's a really rough death. Really rough.
It really is. And now it's all 2Sam2S all the time. And if they pull off this draw, that puts them top of the division.
What are the division standings right now? So obviously Rosa team lost 2-0 to Forest team. Did Wongs win 2-0 against?
1-1.
Wongs are currently 1-1 against the. Is it Mystery Machine or is that Kobold? I keep getting.
I believe it's against Business Mices.
Business Mices.
I have to check, but I'm pretty sure. I've been, away for a little while, so it's
I might have cast that game. I genuinely can't remember. I feel like the two seasons are ongoing at the same time, and the teams are very similar now. It's really hard to keep up with who's who.
Indeed it is, but right now this game 11k net worth lead at 27 minutes for the side of 2Sam2S. They will have that Exorcism back up now for the Death Prophet. She can start pressuring down this middle tower as well as these barracks. You are on a knife's edge here as Wong's Bakery. Your pause 3 or 4k behind the Sven now, and that mid difference. Look at that, 4k between Maeve Wiley, Nagy.
We've seen this both games now. I don't know if it's
Shirks.
No. Big whiffer, Shirks. What are you doing? It's like the Darkseer wall all over again.
Indeed it is, and now the fight. They didn't actually spend anything there from the side of 2Sams, and they've lost the Solar Guardian. They have the Omni Slash. They have no more steps on the Void Spirit for a little bit. He does regenerate one there, but that Solar Guardian's a big spell to give up in a fight like this.
It is. So going back to it, we have seen now the mid lane, both times sort of this mid game this has happened. I don't know whether this is Nagi has been overstepping, no pun intended, or whether it is just Maeve Wiley that's just going away farming more potentially, taking the better engagements. The difference being, like you said earlier, though, this Sven is way, way bigger than the Jug. And I don't think that Jug can catch up the same way Naga can, and they catch Dawnbreaker again.
Indeed they do. Shirks cut out. They do pop the Global this time and the BKB, so a lot expended. The teleport does come out, so he will get away from this one, but now Nagy jumps in. He's silenced immediately. The Wheel of Wonder is there. They're trying to do what they can, but the backlines. Fish kills both supports with a single jump from the Sven, and now the Void Spirit forced to turn tail and run away from this fight. He has nothing more to give, and Fish has towers to take.
I don't know how they come back from this at this point. I think it again has to be a 2Sam2S throw.
Indeed it does.
Yeah, this is a rough one for them.
I mean, game one, they showed themselves capable of throwing what seemed like the unthrowable, but Fish on this Sven has just played this pretty impeccably. I know you talked a lot about his lane stage being weak, but if you look to the net worths, if you look to the last hits, he was actually doing fine despite his negative lane positioning. And since then, every jump he's taken, he's just caught these supports out, and it's made such a difference. There's been no boxes from Lunatic. I mean, the Ringmaster's involvement in this game generally, not to flame Voxo, I think it's purely based off the Sven, has been minimal.
Well, Vox's obviously been the
silencer. Lunatic.
Yeah. I mean, this is the problem with Silencer, right? Is when you're behind and they can just jump. They've got the dispels. You are just a range creep until you get this refresher, which I'm guess. He's got. Where is he? He's got the refresher actually. Okay, this might be a big change here. Where in 25 seconds the double ulti. So the problem with Silencer this game is Death Prophet has one big button that she needs to press. Sven has one big button that he needs to press. They tend to press them before the fight starts. If these buttons are pressed, Global kind of has a minimal impact, really. Like, you can stop the call, you can stop the support's impact. Sven is still going to click you. Sven is still going to one-shot you. Death Prophet is still going to walk you down.
You also still have that Yules and Death Prophet to always cancel out that Global Silence if it does happen, right? Jump in here from this Ringmaster, tries to go for the go there with that Wheel of Wonder. It does stop Solar Crest, but it does not stop this DP. He's able to get off all that damage in the back line. His attempted jump here onto Nagi doesn't quite work. Global Silence is out. They're doing as much damage as they can onto the DP. The DP could be in some trouble here. Attempted save, but the second Global, as you said, is there to stop this fight in its tracks. They're trying to get away from it here with this little tiny Willow, and Medici does get out of this one, so it's a 1-for-0 with a Global and a Omni Slash used, and they're not done yet. There's Johnny pressure here. They have a smoke coming out in this bottom lane. Corey all smoked up on the axe with the supports behind him. There's no Bedlam. There is a Demonic Purge. To be very careful here on Wongs, who you get caught out. With a Demonic Purge, you can definitely kill off that Jugger, especially as Fish is coming in from this right side. He has the God Strength ready to drop, and they spot out the Jugger. Nice use there of the whip from a Voxo, stop him temporarily, but he jumps in here on the axe. Fish is there as well. He chops down Coral like he's yesterday's lunch, and down he goes in the Juggernaut. Meanwhile, now Nagi forced to turn tail and run. He astral steps out of there. He teleports away. Does get away from that one. In the meantime, they do also take down Lunatic on that Ringmaster, so it's a 2-for-0 with the very important kill on Coral.
Yeah, I thought he got away there. I think
Coral has the electric zap. Oh no, does somebody have it? The Dawnbreaker. So I think Axe got hit by that and it stopped the blink for a few seconds. So it looked like Jug was going to get away, but it was not to be. I think again this is sort of doing the paperwork, waiting to go high ground. I'm struggling to see how they come back. I think this is a 1-1 series. To be honest, I think we agree it probably should have been 2-0 if not for the throw first game.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I mean, Wongs have looked strong, but nowhere near the level of coordination that we've seen from the side of Sexy this game. Their lanes are just so much better that they're put in such a horrible position thereafter. It seems like they're taking good fights. It seems like they're, making good decisions. But because, at 10 minutes into the game, they're 3-4K behind both games, even when you make the right decisions, the kind of margin for error is so low.
I'm wondering if Wongs just have to go and look back at their lanes maybe, because obviously from our perspective we couldn't really see how all the lanes were going on individually. Obviously we saw Anti's POV, but the screen's not too good and we can't click very easily between items, so we assumed that from what we could see Wongs had come out of these lanes so far ahead, and it's what we expected. It just didn't happen.
I think it was all about that 7 to 10 minute mark when it seemed like the supports from the side of Sexy were moving a lot more than Wongs. We saw Corey pick up 2 kills in fast succession. Even with the pressure that was on top of Fish, he was still lasting really well. He was still second on the last hit charge despite 2 deaths.
Yeah.
I think when you combine the fact that he was still doing fine with the pressure those support rotations were doing, that was the difference maker.
And what you can see here, look, what's Roche doing right now? He's not roaring.
No, he's not.
Not that I think it makes much difference. Maybe Wongs would have gone for a fight if they knew the roar was there, maybe? We have got the double global again.
Just for a quick England World Cup update. Have a game started yet? No, it's tomorrow the game is. You tell me the game is tonight. You're full of lies.
Oh, today's Tuesday. I thought today was Wednesday. No, okay, no. It is tomorrow. Tomorrow, 9 p.m.
You see, Reese played a big game. He was like, oh, I'm missing the World Cup to cast this with you, Mark. It's a really important moment in my life. And I'm like, not even tonight.
Yeah, but it got you in bed, so...
It did.
Talked a big game. It got you there, yeah?
It did. Smoke comes out from the side of 2Sams. They're waiting for the proper axe initiation here. Corey hiding out this right side could make a big difference in this fight if he chooses to land it. So far, they've put him on Juggernaut duty. Vox are going to be very quick. Jumping from Corey, it's immediately onto Lunatic. Lunatic dies at the start of this fight, but they have to follow up with that Omni Slash. They almost immediately down on Fish. Fish does pop the BKB and the God's Strength and the Satanic, and he stays fully alive. He's actually back to full HP. Double buyback from the supports of Wong's Bakery, trying to do what they can to come back into this fight, but they've dropped 2 buybacks and gained nothing for it. And as Shakespeare said in Macbeth Act 3, Scene 4, nothing will come of nothing, and nothing is coming right now. They are continuing to pressure in on this base. They have the Exorcism ready on this Death Prophet whenever they want to place it, and indeed they're jumping straight away onto this Nagi big Void Spirit. Nice use there of the Manta dodge, just drop off against the jump from Corey. But now they have the Blade Mail here onto this axe, and now backlines. Look at Fish go. He chops down Nagi, he chops down Lunatic, and GG is called. It is a 1-1 at the end of this series.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to say Kryzen, as expected, probably MVP of this game. I think he's got a lot of catches this game. Obviously, there's the Corey Blink. He gets quite a few double kills. He solo kills the Jug in the game. But I think the amount of lockdown that this Willow has contributed. I mean, there's the fear there, allowing Sven just to hit twice, and it just happens basically every single time. Anytime they get a catch, Kryzen's there. There's a bramble, there's a stun, there's a fear. It's just been oppressive for them to play against, and obviously it's been a big part of why 2S have won this time.
Indeed, it has. A really impressive performance there coming out from 2S. Genuinely showing themselves to be serious, like kind of competitors for winning the whole championship this year. Folks, that brings us to the end of our series. It is a 1-1. Honestly, Wong's probably happy enough considering Vox was refusing to play 5 hours ago.
Yeah, not 12 hours ago. Maybe 12 hours ago. He was not, the game wasn't going ahead. We're just going to have to sit here and kiss instead of streaming.
And that's exactly what we're going to do next. But next for you guys, firstly, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. You could have been anywhere. You chose to be with us. Love to see some love in the chat for Mr. Anti-Extreme, our OBS, who has been pulling in a serious shift as per usual. So please show some love there, as is well deserved. I'm Runatell. I took you through this one with the one and only Reese with a lovely live cast here in the city of Edinburgh. We have some more live casts coming soon. I'll be casting the Cobalt League this Thursday. Please check it out, twitch.tv/runandtell for that one, with a live cast of Junes versus Money Talk. And in the Irish Dota League, we have some really fun games coming up. Tomorrow evening, we have the Mystery Machine versus Shuli, so the top seed versus the bottom seed of Div 1. And then what should be a really good game, actually, D2R Rejects versus Cavan Crash. 2 teams who on paper are quite well matched, but teams that I have played against both. When they play well, they're very strong. When they play bad, they're dog shit. I would probably slightly favor D2R, but I'd be excited to see that game.
Yeah, check out. Is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow
Thursday.
evening?
No, that's Thursday
at 8 p.m.
Thursday, 8 p.m.
Folks,
see you there.
That is all we have for you this evening. Thank you for joining us. Reese has to top me now, so I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.